Hello, everyone. So today we are filming, or I am filming this shoe. Gonna be building it and debuilding some other stuff. And then with me, of course, is Dragon. What is up, Dragon?
Nothing much. Today I will be finishing up the visual aspect of the editing. So for the films I've been doing recently, I'm gonna add the visual aspect to those. That's the
Hey,
plan.
finishing touches are always fun to be doing.
I guess you guys will get a little peek at how I do my artistic part of the editing.
Oh yeah, yeah, that'll be cool. I think this is the first time we've ever edited live before.
Yeah, so we're gonna see how hit or miss it is. Oh, there's the charging port. My computer should probably not die. I would hope it doesn't die in the middle of uploading files. I know that can be bad for the files.
Oh yeah, should probably not die is always great to hear.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of weird charging ideas, recently my brother discovered that his school Chromebook has two charging ports. And so I think you understand what a middle school child did with the knowledge of two charging ports. He plugged
Oh, you
both
got to
of them
try them
in.
both. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So his Chromebook was almost dead. And the moment he plugged both of them in, the Chromebook perfectly died at that time. And he thought he killed his computer because he plugged them both in and it just went black. And he freaked out for a couple seconds. And no, it doesn't charge it any faster. It doesn't do much of anything other than probably frying the internal circuits and screwing up the battery. But that's neither here nor there.
Gotta try it out, of course.
Okay,
What is
I have a
up?
good question. Oh, go for it.
Oh, real quick. What is up, Caleb? MAV Studios says, wait, what is that? Is that a set? I only remember the big Adidas shoe. Yes, this was the gift with purchase. Web Studios says, sup, dude, we're both studios. Hey, yes, I love the studio names. They're quite fun. Back
All
to you,
right,
Dragon.
important question, Portal. If I click the home button on the iPad that I'm going to be using that
Mm-hmm.
StreamYard is on, is it going to kick me from the thing, or is it going to allow me to have this in the background while I pull up the screen I want to share?
Oh, I got a fun answer for you. Depends. On,
Mm.
I was like, it used to kick me, now it doesn't. I'm not sure if it updated or if I just changed the setting. Let's assume it doesn't kick you for now. Hopefully.
Huh. Here we go.
Fidget Brick says, "How dare you stream without my knowledge?" Sorry, Fidget, that's my bad. I got a DM from Dragon that's like, "Yeah, let's do the normal time," and for some reason I read it I think I read it as I can't go until 9:30, so let's stream at 9, and I was like, "What?" But yeah, my bad. Totally forgot to set up the stream and everything. But we are here anyway now, and that's why the Discord is so great. Because you know, it will definitely be there. Definitely be notified there. Speaking of which, Dragon, I know you weren't here for the last stream yesterday, but boy, we tried something new where I filmed the tournament basically, and whatever the chat said just happened, and that was probably the most chaotic video I've made since we were in elementary school. Quite amazing, though. You still there? Hey, Dragon.
Okay.
Think we
Can you hear
lost
me
you there
now?
for a moment. Yes, I can hear you now.
That when I leave the browser, it
Okay, it
will
does not.
so I was still hearing you guys, but you weren't hearing me. So it might be something with it only allows input from the app you're on, and I don't know how weird the actual stop motion app itself is going to be, but we will find out. I might have to join as a separate one for my voice and then one for the screen. I'm still trying to figure out if I can share the screen on this thing because I don't think I see the button. Yeah, I don't think there's a share screen on this specific one.
I don't think
Which is,
mobile has that option.
yeah, I don't think it does. But I mean, I think I can draw on the computer screen. So,
Yeah.
all right,
What
well,
better time to test than in front of a live audience?
exactly. I'll be back in a sec.
All right. Caleb says, I got the notification about the stream through YouTube. That's awesome, Caleb. You are one of very few. YouTube's released some info to us about how many people actually get notified, and it's like 2% of all subscribers get notified when we post anything, which I think is so bizarre. But glad you're getting notified. MAB, not sure what dog you are referring to. But yeah. Fisherbrick says, hey, Portal, new idea for you, stop motion. A minifigure takes apart these things and rebuild it. That would be awesome. I have to figure out how to do that, but maybe in a future one I'll mess around with that because that sounds fun. Or maybe he also gets notifications. Well, that's amazing. Hey, Web Studios says, I've always wondered if Portal Master Studios is Skylander reference. Is it? No. In fact, Portal Master, like I've been going by Portal Master. Like Dragon gave me that name since I think before Skylanders came out.
Yeah, it was. So Portal Master comes from the Ultra Agents villain Antimatter. So whichever came first, and I mean, I have never really played Skylanders except that's at a birthday party once. I knew it existed, and I knew it was a really widespread phenomenon. But I've stuck with like Minecraft and Terraria for a really solid amount of time, like insanely solid.
Yeah, I played myself a little bit, but I didn't know about the Portal Master thing until like maybe 2 years ago. People started bringing it up. I was like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Okay. See you, Fidget Bricks. Thanks for stopping by.
All right, I'm going to share Stop Motion Studio, and I'm going to start just drawing some stuff in.
All right. MAB, yes, I do have a dog. Not sure of a way to show it on stream now. Maybe I'll post a picture in the Discord or something later, though.
Which one would you post is the question.
I guess both. Can't favor one.
I haven't actually seen Phoebe yet. I've only seen Flash.
I keep saying I'll send you a picture. I have to. Just for like information's sake. She's very cute. She's very cute. She does this like she loves like toys. She'll hold toys like always, every picture we have of her. And she's like, we got her these bones to chew on because she's like been teething as a puppy. And she loves to like find people who are laying down in the house, grab like the biggest bone we've given her, and drop it onto their nose.
Wait, she'll just drop it on you?
Yeah, she'll just drop it on you. And then she'll like be like, hey, why aren't you happy? Like start wagging her tail like she did a good job, like, hey, you're awake now.
So you're telling me you're like napping on the floor and she just clocks you?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep, that is exactly what I'm saying. It's quite the thing. MAB says, I think for the minifigure building, make it like a Lego game type thing where they just go around the build moving the arms, if you know what I mean. Ah, that makes sense. That would definitely take some work out of it and make it a lot more viable. Webb says he's working on a new Batcave mock based on the new movie. Any ideas? If your pick-a-brick wall, if you have one, if it has the right pieces, definitely check that out because that can be a nice way to get around shipping and stuff. For sure. But otherwise, I don't do quite a lot of mocks myself.
Yeah, I don't quite do a lot either myself either. Okay, this is gonna bug me. How do I zoom in on something?
I don't know if you can.
I almost just like screeched out loud. There's onion skins for the drawing layer. That is so nice.
Oh, whoa. That's amazing.
Bro, I'm starting to love this one even more every single time.
See, this is why we got Dragon to do this on stream, so he can figure all this stuff out for me.
Drawing on the computer screen is going to take me a little bit to figure out, but...
Hey, Chef Bezos in the chat. What is up? MAB says, who's your favorite Lego and non-Lego YouTuber? Ooh, that's a good question. I'll let Dragon take that one first.
Oh, always giving me the hard questions. I think we said favorite Lego before was like Brick Warrior, or not Brick Warriors. Brotherhood Workshop, and as well as, you know, Watcher and the Rain's creator. I think like the Historic Brick or something like that.
Oh yeah, Brick History.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
those are really good stop motion creators.
What about favorite non-Lego YouTuber?
So it took me a little bit, but I think Michael Reeves would have to be my favorite non-Lego YouTuber.
His new video is so good.
I know. It's just so like, yes, goldfish. Just to really make fun of someone, because you don't realize that it's an insult until like the first, maybe second quarter of the video.
Oh yeah, you think he's gonna fail at first.
Oh yeah, and the fact that the goldfish did like decent, I guess by law of averages, but still.
MAB says, "Hey, Brick History entered my stop motion contest a while ago. That's awesome." Jeff Bezos says, "Can you play the video so we can watch what we got so far?" We actually just started filming like 5 minutes ago. Maybe when we get a little farther in though. The moment it's just a couple frames.
Once I have some borderline effects. Oh, that's what I should probably have done. So I'm
gonna be basic and copycat here, but my favorite brick filmers are definitely Brotherhood Workshop and Forest Films 101, Forest Fire 101. And then favorite non-YouTuber for me is definitely Mr. Beast, which I know is kind of a basic answer, but his videos are just great.
Basic doesn't necessarily mean bad. It just means it's what most other people like, which sort of indicates like, I mean, it's basic to drive a car, right? But that's because it's kind of like an easy, largely appealable thing. So just because it's basic doesn't mean it's bad.
That's true. That's facts. How to get this piece off without destroying the whole build.
All right, Portal, first question. Do you think I should have these drawings for the gems have opacity?
Oh, like a glow?
Or no, just like they're transparent.
Oh, yes.
That's what I was thinking.
Great minds think alike.
Exactly.
Chef Bezos says, "Okay, I'm so inspired by you guys." Well, thank you so much, Chef Bezos. It means a lot.
Nothing like a caffeine-filled dew at 9:13 at night.
Hey, what flavor?
Spark, of course.
Of course. Have you tried Major Melon yet?
Not yet. I have not had the
telling you. I have it right here with me. As good as Spark is, it's better than Spark.
All right, when I pick you up from the airport, we're both getting a Major Melon, all right?
Okay, that sounds good. Buy like the $20 Major Melon can at the airport.
Yeah, we'll get it from a gas station nearby. We won't go to the airport.
Yeah. I'm going to have to stock up on gas when I go out there.
Just, sir, why are your suitcases making sloshing noises? No reason.
So that's my question. Do you think TSA would consider me a threat if I brought a suitcase full of oil?
Okay, that's going in the Portal quotes. But probably, if they make you get rid of a water bottle, I think having a suitcase full of gasoline might be a slight problem in their books.
Here's my thought process. TSA is going to pull me over anyway, because I always get pulled over by TSA. Do you think they'll let me bring it onto the plane? That's the real question.
As long as you pack it in between your terrorist book style.
Hey. Yeah, apparently I pack like a really sketchy way. Because every time I go onto a plane, TSA pulls me over and they're like, "Hey, bro, what do you got in your bag there?" I'm like, "Cupcakes." But yeah. Hey, Copper. Copper says, "Hey, Caleb and everyone, wasn't expecting this lull." Yeah, Copper, I was just talking to Copper about it. He's like, "Hey, you've gotten good at scheduling streams recently." So I had to come back with this stream that literally goes live as I schedule it. You know, got to even stuff out a bit.
Yeah, we gotta balance. Everything is about balance.
MAB says, "I've heard in past streams the Portal moved to California. You guys still see each other since then?" Yeah, at least twice a year, right?
Yeah, at least twice.
Yeah.
He flies out here every once in a while.
COVID sucks.
Currently?
Is it what?
As in the 5th month. Is it April the 5th month?
I was gonna go with 3rd, but yeah, 5th sounds about right.
January, February.
I'm not big on this whole month thing. I'm not very good at them.
Wait, no, it's the 3rd.
January, February, March, April. No, it's the 4th. It's the 4th.
January, February. Oh yeah, you're right. It's the 4th.
We're also not in April.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, we are in April.
Wait, never mind. No, we are in May. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I like how you agreed with me for a moment there. You're like, yeah, we're not.
Both wrong. Okay.
Chef Bezos says still remembers Scuba Robin attack. Oh yeah, Dragon, you missed a meme last night.
I watched the video of the meme, and it was one of the most confusing things I've ever seen. I'll tell you that.
Scuba Robin, bro, the chat went crazy. I brought on the Scuba Robin guy, and they voted him in. And then like he won his first battle, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm done with this guy. I have nothing left to do with him. So I made the executive decision to kill him off. And for the next half an hour, chat basically screamed at me to bring him back. So Scuba Robin is now a recurring character.
I see.
Bro, that was a chaotic stream, but it was so much fun.
So you're telling me you just took solely chat suggestions for that one?
Yeah, basically, I brought like a bunch of Batman minifigures, threw them on screen, and was like, okay, chat, first two responses is who's fighting. And then if chat was like, A, he throws a punch, he throws a punch. If chat was like, A, Superman comes in and rips him in half, that's what happens. Which happened, by the way. I had to learn a new blood effect to do that, but I think
that was a really good effect, I'll tell you that.
Thank you. Apparently on YouTube, you can just look up like copyright-free like blood effects, and then you can like key it in frame by frame, which was an interesting process.
Yeah, it was really seamless. I didn't realize it was a special effect, actually.
And maybe he says, you guys having brain resets or something, referring to the calendar. And Copper says, April 4th is Jeesh. The calendar has been around for a while. Yes, the calendar. Dude, I don't like the months thing. I don't think there's like a... Like, why don't we just go day 1, day 2, day 3 until 365?
I'm so dumb. I just looked down in the bottom right part of my laptop where it has the time and the exact date in the corner. I'm like, hey guys, what day is it, by the way?
Oh, man. You were doing so okay until you said that, too. Gotta give yourself away.
Of course. That's what I tend to do. Okay.
Caleb says, yeah, time is flying by. Yeah, kind of. Like, I feel like looking back, it went by quick this year. But in the moment, it's like, man, long couple weeks.
I know. I mean, it is technically already April of 2022, which makes last year and 2020 feel like they did not exist.
Yeah, for real. Almost AP season. Yay, tests.
Oh, yeah. I got the ACT coming up on the 16th. That's going to be fun.
Nice. I just scheduled my SAT, and it's like the first day of summer. I'm like, who put that there?
The school district.
I know. The school district that chose to end, like, I'm like, bro, come on. Come on, don't do this to me. But whatever.
You can't do this to me. I built this company.
Everyone's saying it's very late for them. 10:20, 9:20. Dang, hey, someone's in your time zone, Dragon.
Yep.
Me chilling at 7:20.
Yeah, Portal's over here like, guys, I could take a nap after this and still wake up at a decent hour in the night.
I haven't even had dinner yet. Like, that's how early it is for me.
Jeez. Okay. So I'm coming into a problem, which I think is fine that I'm just doing it this way. But the beam is going over his arm because it's obviously a layer above, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm going to try and get it to hit him in the chest. So I might go back later if I don't like the way it looks and just erase the parts that are on his hands.
That was a good idea.
Which is a little trick I learned in teaching myself school.
The best kind of school.
And I think I'll go back through and, because I don't think I do enough work anyways, and throw a secondary core with a higher, or rather a lower transparency in the middle of it to give it a bit more substance. And then I committed myself to that style of chromatic orb for the rest of this show.
Copper says ACT and SAT brings back nightmares. Indeed. Indeed.
Did you just hear that sneeze?
I did. I heard the scream before the sneeze.
Yeah, that's my dad. He's a floor above me and like maybe 2 rooms across. Like there's a Pythagorean theorem that his sneeze just traveled through.
And maybe he says, wait, how do you key in green screen effects? So it depends what software you're on. But for most of them, it works about the same. If you're on I'm trying to think of other ones. If you're on like a computer editing software, basically you take an effect from like YouTube or something that is either with a black background or a green or a blue background. Black's the best, but green or blue also works. And then you key out that color, just using like a matte or a chroma key, whatever the software calls it. And then you can just edit the size of that and move it around on your screen, and then keyframe it. That way it moves with the figure.
So did you just pull a blood effect, or did you edit that while you were in it, like in stream?
So I did all the editing afterwards.
Interesting.
Yeah. I was like, we were an hour and a half into that. I was like, oh my gosh. It was crazy too how messy my table got by the end of that. Because I was like, hey, we were just bringing in more characters and taking people's hands off and stuff. I was like, all right, I need to clean up, reset, and edit. Yeah, MAB. Yeah, Final Cut Pro will definitely work. It was an interesting one. I was so upset though because I forgot to take, in the chaos of that stream, I only took one clean frame the entire time. And that one keyframe was a horrible keyframe. Like, I don't even know what I did. I like color graded it to try to make it look better, and it still was like horrible. But initially, this keyframe was like almost a different color. It was so bad. Like the lighting changed horribly.
No.
So like I spent like a half an hour like recoloring it digitally to try to match it a little bit, and I kind of got it. But it was like every single time someone flies, there is no clean frame for it.
It looked good, I'll tell you that. I couldn't tell.
Okay, so here's a funny thing. I just stopped keying stuff out halfway through the video.
You stopped what?
I just stopped keying stuff out halfway through the video. Like, I just had the glass underneath them.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, right? And so far, no one has pointed it out.
Wait, if I look back, there's just glass pieces?
Yeah. Halfway through the video, I stopped keying stuff out.
What?
No one has left a comment on it. That video's got so many comments, no one's noticed. I'm like, oh my, all this time we spent. I know that's
ashamed as an animator.
You were just like, hey, it looks pretty good.
You deceived me.
I wasn't even trying to. Oh man. Yeah, because the only thing I had that clean frame of was the sky, which I only used once. And I was like, how did I not take one clean frame of my background?
When you said that you like didn't have a clean frame, I expected you had to like go back in and take different parts of it to edit together to make a full clean frame. I didn't expect you to say you just literally didn't use a clean frame.
Now, it's the first time I think ever on YouTube I've posted something with glass holding up the figure flying. And no one noticed. I'm like, what have I been doing? Like, I'll still clean stuff up in the future because it looks better to me. But I'm like, are people really not noticing?
That's actually really impressive to me.
I even got a compliment from Dragon. He said it looked pretty good.
That boggles. You don't understand how much that just like messes with me.
It's gonna mess with Dragon forever.
It is. Like that's. Oh.
Every time I ask Dragon how good something was, he's gonna be like, "Is this another trick?"
I'm just gonna go. How much of the clean frame did you not have? And you're gonna be like, wait, percentage or frames?
Look, I've taken bad clean frames before, and I've forgotten to take one clean frame here or there. But never in my career have I just not taken them. At like for this whole hour and a half of filming, I just didn't take a single clean frame. I don't know what happened.
So cursed.
MAB says, I hate that in stop. If you could adjust the softness. You can adjust the opacity, though, which is a janky way of doing the same thing. It's not the best, but it works. But yeah, softness would be so nice. Hey, Copper says, I've been thinking of posting some Insta videos on YouTube. Maybe. Yes, Copper, you should totally do that. We got to bring you over here to YouTube.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I agree.
Okay. So
shoot. I just cleaned this base plate so I could stream today. and I just put white clay all over it for some reason. I don't know why I would do that. That's fine. I'm just gonna cover it up, and no one's gonna notice. And I'll grab my toothbrush afterwards. Yeah, Chef Bezos. Here's what I got so far. Hasn't been looped yet, but here's what it is so far.
I feel like that's a task you grab someone else's toothbrush for. Not gonna lie.
I actually have like this dentist gave me this toothbrush once. It was the dentist I didn't like, right? They gave me this toothbrush, and it is like the worst toothbrush ever. I used it once, and like it hurt. It was crazy. It was like wood. So I used that one. I know. So I used that one. I misplaced it once, and I was so scared someone was gonna accidentally use it on their mouth. And then I found it, luckily. But
that was just the week that I came to Cali. You're like, here you go, Dragon. Here's a toothbrush you can use.
Okay, for some reason I felt a name reveal coming there for a moment.
No.
I was like, oh no.
I was borderline about to name reveal myself, but no. I'm beyond that now.
Oh, you're beyond that now. Let's clip that.
Clip that 5 minutes before Dragon says his own name. I almost said my own name there, and that would have been the funniest like comedic reveal ever.
Hey, Webb says, what stop motion platform is this? Also, what is your guys' favorite Lego themed movie? I think we're both using Stop Motion Studio right now, right, Dragon?
Yep, I'm using Stop Motion Studio.
My favorite mainstream Lego movie is definitely the original one, but I thought the Batman one was quite good as well.
I think the Lego Batman movie one is my favorite.
Ooh. A twist in the story. What do you think about the Ninjago one?
Oh, we don't need to talk about the Ninjago one, do we?
That was the first time in my life I remember almost walking out of a theater.
It strayed so much from the source material, and then they tried to make the source material more like it. It was more of a retelling, and Ninjago isn't really something that you retell. Like Batman was understandable that it was like, oh, it's a different take on Batman, because there's been so many takes on Batman, and it's not an original Lego property, so it's sort of like in their prerogative to take like a different take on Batman. And I would argue that the Lego Batman sets were arguably better than their licensed counterparts.
Oh yeah.
But for Ninjago, it was the exact opposite. Sure, some of the sets were cool.
I thought some of the sets were pretty great. Cool. That was the one saving grace.
But the movie was just so meh. It tried to do what the Lego Batman and the Lego movie had done, and it just failed utterly because you already had so much personality, like, specifically built up for these characters. Something that changed, like, a lot.
And it was like, it wasn't a big enough change. It was that horrible region where it's like, it's a big change that it's upsetting, but not big enough that I can fall in love with these characters.
Yeah, they weren't different characters. They were just sort of warped versions of themselves.
Chef Bezos says, my favorite is Clutch Powers. Okay, if we count Clutch Powers, it makes it a hard decision for me.
Yeah, it
so
does.
Nostalgic.
Bro, I remember watching Clutch Powers. Like, that was one of the main movies. It's like, we go to grandma's house, we watch Clutch Powers.
Oh my gosh. Same here. That was the only time I saw it.
Bro, it's because she like would go out and she'd get like a new movie every single time we'd come over. And the time she came back with Clutch Powers, that was really clutch, Grandma. It was amazing.
That was awesome. I remember seeing that too after watching like stop motions and brick films for so long, and that was the first time I saw like outside of YouTube like a Lego movie, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And then the Lego movie, of course, came out, and everything changed. In a good
Lego
way.
Movie Nation attack.
Oh my gosh, these pieces are just not coming off for me today. Need a new brick separator. Okay, that piece is staying on for now.
Okay, the touchscreen is a little... So the one thing I have a problem with on Stop Motion Studios drawing is the fact that when you move your finger out of like the frame, it stops your line.
Oh,
that's a little bit of a problem for me.
Yeah, it's not great. We got a question from MEB. Says favorite music band. Specifically has to be a band. What constitutes a band at this point? Is it 3 people or more?
I have no idea.
Okay. Assuming any artist can count as a band. What is yours, Dragon?
I mean, Daft Punk is really good. Like, they are basically the people who got me into my music taste. And that's what I would consider my favorite band, because I don't really listen to much else other than like single artists. What about you? You probably will jog something in my memory about what mine might be more related to.
I mean, I can totally see that being your favorite. You've been listening to them almost as long as I've known you, I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because I guess maybe 2 to 3 years. Because I would say it's about first or second grade that. Okay, so my favorite movie is Tron, and the way I discovered it was the weirdest way possible. So in elementary school, we watched a video on an invention called solar roadways.
Oh my gosh, solar freaking roadways! I was just
Exactly.
talking to someone about how cool of an idea this was, and it never happened.
I know. I'm so disappointed because it was so sick. But one
I
of
know.
the one-off lines was make an entire city look like mother freaking Tron.
Oh
like,
my gosh, yeah.
That's kind of cool. And I was thinking about it, and I didn't hear about that movie until I watched a Jang Brick review of the Ultra Agents hover bike from the first line. And he's like, yeah, it looks like a Tron bike. I'm like, oh, what's this Tron movie? It looks kind of cool to me now. And I asked my dad, and he gave me the worst summary of Tron that I have ever heard. I went, hey, Dad, is Tron appropriate for me? And he goes, well, it is kind of just a bunch of people killing each other. And I thought, oh, it's the Hunger Games. And we watched it, and it's computers. Like, it was so weird. I was like, what? You have completely misled me. Yeah,
That's amazing.
We watched the original Tron, and then we watched the first time I watched Tron was at my only birthday party I've ever had in my life. And that was just a fire day altogether. I'll tell you that. Like, all the homies hung out together from the friend group. We did like a Nerf war. We played Minecraft. We hung out. I think we did something outside, like a building or like an event or something. But that was just so fun. And then I just never did that again. Yeah. But so there's my love of Tron. And as soon as I watched Tron, that is when me, Portal, and our other animator friend began listening to the soundtrack on repeat for the entirety of the days that we would hang out.
Oh, yeah.
If we were filming, if we were playing video games, we had a YouTube video that was the entire Tron soundtrack. And we didn't put it on repeat. No. When it stopped, we'd refresh the tab and watch it again.
There was 2 exceptions to not watching that video. Was if there was a new Try Not to Laugh, or if there was Minecon. And that was the only 2 times. Like, it was always Tron otherwise.
And like when we lost it, we would just watch YouTube videos in the background of us animating when it because I'm pretty sure it got DMCA'd, like it got taken down.
Yeah.
But, and I mean, that wasn't like, once or twice or once every 2 months, we would just like listen to it. Me, Portal, and this other guy hung out like almost every single weekend from like late elementary school to early middle school. And like
that's how I moved.
Yeah, because we would hang out maybe like every 2 weekends, every 3 weekends, maybe twice in a row. And then when we heard that Portal was moving, we did it every single weekend for like 4 to 5 months. Just because we thought we were like, we're going to make this big movie, but we can't make it if Portal's in California. So we had to finish it off. And spoiler alert, the movie was not very good. It was how we started stop motion. So
worth it though.
It was definitely
got us where we are.
It definitely got us where we were. We wouldn't have started YouTube without that, because we're like, we're gonna post the movie on YouTube, so we might as well get the trailers up. And
it's so funny. All my early memories about that stuff, it's like you matter-of-factly saying stuff, which like I'm sure this isn't how it happened, but like I remember the first time getting into stop motion, you were just like, hey, stop motion's our thing now. And I'm like, okay. I'm sure it didn't happen like that, but
it wasn't as much me telling you stop motion was our thing, but it was like, I remember distinctly in like first or second grade, I was telling all of my friends that they were all going to come over to my house, or I was inviting people over to have this giant Lego war. Because in my first grade mind, I thought that 6 to 7 other 8-year-olds would be able to have a logical like fight with Legos with like concise rules and mechanisms. and that our parents would allow us all to be over there with all these Legos, right? But what it came down to was it was like you, me, I think it was just you and me who hung out that one day. And I had done stop motion a little bit. And I'm like, well, we obviously can't just have a big battle. Let's try and film something. So there is actually a precursor to the Lego movie that we made.
There is.
Which is an even worse, like lower budget Lego movie. And this is when we didn't know how to increase frame rate.
Yeah,
so it was going
hands at 6 FPS.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was. I think I still have it today. It was rough. And I still do very vividly remember what the storyline was. So we could probably do a video on it as long as we cut out the probable face reveals. Because I think there's 2 to 3 frames of one of us hanging off the couch with our head in frame.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah. But I just was sort of like, hey, let's do stop motion. And then whenever we hung out, it was stop motion, watch YouTube videos. Every once in a while, we do like the wooden sword thing that we did and like some cardboard armor making and like stuff. And then it was Mushroom Wars. That was the other thing we really did. Like there was some like other Minecraft stuff. But I'm telling you.
Same thing every weekend for the restaurant. Like seriously.
Yeah, this was like a routine. It's like, okay, we're filming, we're playing Mushroom Wars, and it's like if we're at Portal's house, we're playing Mushroom Wars more than we are at Dragon's house because Dragon's parents are a little stricter on the TV. Portal's parents are a little more chill. Bro, it was so lit.
It was lit.
Those were the days, man.
Oh, so we got some chat real quick, and then we'll go back to this. Copper says, we need to see those earlier videos. Yeah, one day we'll have to compile all those and do like a thing on it. Chef Bezos says, can we see what Dragon has so far?
Yeah, give me a sec. Let me finish up this frame and then I'll go and show you.
While you're doing
I'm working on this chromatic orb effect, which is I would say I'm about a third of the way done because I've got I want to say a quarter of the first layer done, and I still need to do the second core layer, but that should go a little quicker. Because that's going to be a more inner, higher density effect. I don't know if anyone in the chat plays Dungeons and Dragons, but I'm, as I've said a couple times, basically making an animation series on it. And this one wizard named Malcolm Moon, played by one of my close friends, only uses one attack spell for the most part, which is Chromatic Orb. And I've decided to make it as hard as possible on myself whenever he uses it, because if you'll see, it involves a lot of that. And it's going to look cool.
Oh, yeah.
Keep in mind. But also, it involves a lot of switching colors and keeping opacity and perfectly holding the gem in place. So, no rest for the wicked.
Some chat real quick. Hey, Emmett says, hey, I'm late, lol. No worries. Thanks for coming to the stream. Alex Studio says, hey, what is up? And Chef Bezos says, how long ago was the first video? Almost a decade, I think.
Oh, yeah. Almost. I think it's about 10 years.
Yeah.
It's not, more like 8 to 10 years, right? Because that was like second, third grade.
Oh, yeah. And when Dragon says in elementary school, we were sitting there filming for like 4 hours. Like, he means like we were like every weekend religiously. Like, literally, we would all hang out and we'd literally just sit down and film for hours. And
we thought we were going to have a full hour-long movie at the end of like 2 to 3 years of producing it.
Did we get to a half an hour even?
It was 5 minutes, if I'm not wrong. It was everything. It was
Parks and Rec scene.
Because there was some stuff that we used in, like, we made in the first, like, segment of us making it, and it was borderline unusable.
Oh, yeah. Like, that was what was so sad is every, like, new piece we added, we realized that the oldest piece didn't work anymore.
Yeah. And
also, we were getting better and better.
We didn't really have a story.
Oh, no.
It was, we would go over to each other's house and we would have a rough idea of what the overarching story was, which came down to me attacking Portal and this other guy who were in an alliance.
Mm-hmm.
The exposition behind that wasn't really clear. The end of it wasn't really clear. We sort of filmed in a linear fashion, but like the events weren't really connected. We had to go back through in that like last month and create what we called glue scenes.
Those all glue scenes.
We had to make transition animations to explain why we were in certain places because we didn't have like a centralized story. So it's more a bunch of like random animations related to like one roughly central story. And it was a lot of battle stuff, I'll tell you that. Like the glue scenes and the later stuff we did was a bit more like story related stuff, but in all reality, we didn't do much in terms of story. It was like, oh, we could do a battle with ships, or we could do like a mass person combat. And let me tell you that I was very impressed with our current skill for how well we did with the ship battle, because it was like, oh, we laid out this blue sheet and then we put all our ships on it, until I watched the playback through and see that in the reflection of the cupboard you can see us moving around in the back.
Yep. Oh man.
And again, that's why we can't really show our older stuff, because half of it has face reveals, half of it has our hands in it, because we didn't know how to delete frames, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, we had no idea. When we face reveal one day, we'll do like the making of Portal Master Studios and go back all the way.
Yeah, we'll do a
style.
history of.
Yeah. But man, those were the days.
Yeah, there's a decent. So the thing is, there's so much stuff we could do once we face reveal. Like, it's gonna be easier to stream and do like on-camera content, behind the scenes, that type of stuff. But
oh yeah,
that's for a future date.
Copper says, "Wait, Portal, what are you doing while Dragon is animating?" Well, Dragon, I'm just switching between because it won't let us dual share 2 split screens for some reason. Dragon is editing his magic, and I am filming some Brickheads stuff. Chef Bezos says, "You know something? I didn't notice when you say lol. While streaming, it shows that you're not laughing or chuckling. You just typed it."
What?
What? Hold on. You know something I didn't notice? When you say lol while streaming, because I actually say lol.
So you actually say the words lol?
Yeah, everyone makes fun of me for this. I thought everyone says lol, but apparently people say LOL.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say it could go both ways.
To be fair, when it comes to human speech, I'm like a weirdo.
What was
and
that?
like,
you,
I'll
you
do
say
weird
like
stuff.
a toaster phrase or something that really messes with me.
Okay, so here's the thing. Being in California after growing up in Minnesota has built a bad habit for me. Because anytime anyone challenged me on something I say, I go, "What, you guys don't say that here?" And then it comes back to hurt me, because like I'll do that to my dad, right? And then we'll go to Minnesota and I'll ask people, and he'll be like, "Yeah, see, no one says it. You made it up." I'm like, "I swear, I didn't make it up. I got it from someone." Like, I'll say it's like spittling, when it's just enough rain, when you're like, "Oh, was that rain or was it just like a pigeon?" Like, spittling.
What?
Apparently no one says that.
No.
And I was like, "Hey, this is this Minnesota saying," and then I got challenged on it, and apparently I'm wrong. I say a lot of weird stuff.
Honestly, it's like every once in a while you'll say something that's close to what most people say, and then it's off by a little bit, and I'll be so confused. Like, there was a saying about something, and it was
toast
like
back in the toaster.
Say that again.
You can't put the toast back in the toaster.
I've never heard that one.
Oh,
but there was a similar phrase where it was, I mean, that is an okay phrase. That's just a little weird. But it was a phrase where you said like 2 things that was like, yeah, that's the saying. And then you added a third thing. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh, that's fun. I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of what it was. You know what I recently got challenged on was tricks and tips, because someone told me it's not supposed to be that. It's tips and tricks.
Yeah, it's tips and tricks.
Okay, see, I was like, well, you guys are weird in California, but apparently I'm the weird one. Plot twist.
Apparently, I'm the weird one in all of the states.
I know. It's like, because I like go back to Minnesota and I've said this like line, like, "Oh, you guys don't say that here." I've said it so many times, like I start to believe it. So then I go to Minnesota and I'm so confused when no one speaks.
I think they are speaking you, or you're just speaking you.
I'm like, I don't know. It's it's one of those things. I like language, but I'm not very good at it, if that makes sense. Like, I can do all the syllables and stuff sometimes. But
hey, I immediately. Oh no! Did you touch the camera?
Oh, even worse.
What?
Okay, you know how last time we did this, I was like, "Oh, better make sure to put everything in different piles so I don't put everything I'm debuilding into one stack."
Oh no!
Well, it's too late now, but I just realized that's what I've been doing.
Okay, what I will say is, on terms of language, I firmly believe that I did not learn anything in Spanish. Like, there's like only a couple phrases, and I was never good at the hearing part, which I would say is the most important. If you butcher the pronunciation a little bit, that's different than not being able to comprehend what someone is saying, right?
Mhm.
It's more important to be able to hear them and listen than it is to like be able to speak it.
Yeah.
And that was the worst. That was the worst thing. Pronunciation, fine. Writing, fine. Conjugation, fine. All like the weird rules and stuff, I did fine with those. But when it came to listening to stuff, it didn't work at all for me. Because I would hear words with absolutely no meaning. Like that messed me up so much in that class. But what annoys me the most is I will randomly use Spanish words. Or for like
Wait, what?
I'll just say sí or hola. Well, I guess that one's a little easier. But jeez.
I know where you're going. Yeah.
I just I think when I say yes to someone, most of the time now I'll say sí, senor, even if it's my
That's
mom.
funny.
And it's just weird. Like that's stuck there.
Copper says, Portal, we've got to get you back to the Midwest. Yes, Copper knows it. Not meant to be a Cali person.
I don't think many people are meant to be a Cali person. That's a very specific lifestyle.
That's accurate. So
and
accurate.
It's called being rich.
I know, right? Although, ironically, living the LA life right now, right?
Really?
On YouTube. Well, no, but just like the whole trying to get there.
I don't know if I would want to live the LA life. I'm going to tell you that.
Dude, I hate LA. Driving there sucks.
Yeah. I don't see the appeal of being in LA other than like that's where other people are.
I don't get why online people move to LA because there's no reason to anymore. Like no one's there in your world except from the people who keep moving there. Screwing it up for everyone else.
I feel like it's been shown as like this Hollywood thing where like all like the stars go. But now it's just like a place where people try and go to be stars instead of where they are. And it's just like really whack.
Hey, okay, a bunch of people asking specifically how old you are, and then some are asking how old we both are. Collectively, if you add our ages together, well, I guess we're the same age, but if you add our ages together, we're between, I suck at math. We're between
60 and 10.
Oh, yeah, we're between 10 and 60 if you add both of our ages.
Yeah.
So I'll narrow that down. We're between 20 and 50.
Okay. That took me a little bit to find the math out for that one.
Yeah. Evan says, that makes no sense. Exactly.
That's the whole point.
Copper says, around 20. Yeah, around 20. That's fairish. I mean, it's pretty close.
Yeah, close enough.
Around. What is around?
If you saw me, you'd think I'm older than I actually am.
That's accurate.
Because I have a full beard right now. As like a joke, just solely to mess with the people at my work and make them think I'm older than I am.
Well, I'm so upset. I was gonna grow a mustache during COVID.
Oh no!
I wanted to so bad because the masks, right? It's perfect time to grow it. And then I kept pushing it off, like, yeah, I'll do it, because it started lasting forever. I'm like, I got time. And then they got rid of the masks. I'm like, oh, gotta wait till the summer now. So small chance I have a mustache when I come out.
That would be hilarious because I can't grow a mustache. I can only grow the beard. I get like the weird peach fuzz pedo stash, but I have like a full beard. So
I'm the reverse. Together we can make the full thing.
Dragon is just inverse Portal. I mean, when we were in middle school, people used to ask if we were brothers because we looked so similar.
Okay, Dragon, hear me out. You grow the beard, I grow the mustache. You get a mohawk, I get a reverse mohawk.
Oh no!
So together we got a full face of hair. Head of hair.
Okay,
no, face of hair.
Better idea. I get a mullet, you get the reverse mohawk, but it's just the line shaved in your head. So it's just sides of your head.
That's horrible. I love it. I think everyone I know would totally go for that.
So that's how we're gonna face reveal, but we're gonna take pictures of ourselves in the onion skin, and then we're just gonna combine our faces.
Oh my god!
It's gonna be a full face, but it's gonna be the most cursed thing you could ever see.
Copper says they're both as good at math as they are in counting the months of the year. Dude, I don't like months. There's no reason for them.
What?
I will die on that hill. I don't like them. I don't like them.
I could be persuaded of a more base 10 counting system of our years. But
1
I
through
also
365.
okay, 365 doesn't make sense to me. 360 does.
You're missing 5 days though, because it's like the rotation of the sun, so we don't get to choose that number.
The reason why it's the certain I understand why we have the amount of days that we do. What I don't understand, and I understand I understand the reason why we have the years. I don't understand the seasons. It like seasons making months or whatever. I don't understand why the months are in that orientation, because clearly the seasons do not correlate with the month. It's not like, oh, we're in the season of this, and then it's like, okay, 4th day of the season, right? And obviously that's not going to be as reputable, like, because the seasons vary in length.
Mm-hmm.
But the point still stands. We like the current month system that we have, it doesn't really make sense with what we're doing.
I agree. It's so weird. Hey, glitchy Mario Bros. Yes, played the Chef Bezos. I played the Stop Motion for you. Hope you enjoyed it. Glitchy Mario Bros says just got done filming. Ain't that legit? Copper says Portal. You know you like December for personal reasons. Yes, December. I always know it's the last month, which I love. It's like, hey, it's the last month, and it's cold usually.
Yes, very
and
cold.
Sometimes it's Hanukkah, which is an always nice bonus.
Sometimes.
Question mark. It was on Thanksgiving that one time. So
What?
now
How
I gotta
does
say
that work?
sometimes. We had Thanksgiving time because we used the lunar calendar, which is like way different. It got like way out of whack 2 years ago. It's back on track now, but like 4 years ago, it was way out of whack, right? So we had Thanksgiving on Hanukkah. So much fun. It was like the best food ever, man.
I bet.
Because it was like latkes and turkey. Amazing. I mean, I don't like latkes, but it was very cool to see.
Oh, I've been an idiot this entire time.
There we go. That's going in the quotes channel.
I should have been using a bigger brush instead of coloring it in by hand. Gosh dang it. Why do I do this to myself? All right.
Oh, man.
My genius is unparalleled.
Chef Bezos says, well, guys, I'm going to go because I'm tired. But if I wasn't tired, I would stay. Makes sense to me. Chef
Fair
Bezos
enough.
says, I will wait till you play the stop motion. Here, I'll go mine real quick. That's what I got. Dragon, you want to show yours real
Yeah,
quick?
I'll play mine. Mine is still incomplete, and I think this is honestly all I'm going to be able to do tonight is finish up this chromatic orb effect. Like,
You're on stream. Oh, that's hilarious. Editing is like, man, time.
yeah, it's a lot of time. It's just, I've got so much frames of this one single blast of energy. Like, that entire thing is supposed to be him with energy until it's, like, cut off midway through. So I guess I'm going to do the first layer, and then I'll go through it. But first, I'm going to do the simple effect that will take me less time.
Okay, I was just talking to someone, and it blew my mind. Because they told me they had never had a jelly-filled donut before. So have you had a jelly-filled donut before, Dragon?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, thank you. They were convinced like no one like eats those anymore. I was like, they're so good.
They're amazing.
You know what I really found that I love is Dunkin' Donuts does jelly-filled donut holes, and it's like the perfect ratio.
Oh frick! I've made a mistake.
Uh-oh. What happened?
So when that's why. Oh, that's really weird. Okay, I'm gonna make a copy of this frame because there's a small chance that that's gonna be a little funky. So when I opened up to edit the frame, it took away the erasing.
Oh, that's not good.
That's what it's doing right here. So
when you go to draw?
When I go to draw.
Oh no.
And that's not a necessary effect, keep in mind.
When
like,
you'd
I
like
don't
to
need to draw this little like mask line in. Yeah, I'm not going to do that because it's going to get rid of the masking. But that's so weird.
Oh, Copper's got a good question. Which is better, Krispy Kreme or Dunkin' Donuts? That is such an easy question to me personally. Krispy Kreme's is the best thing about California.
You're going to hate me for this. Never had either.
Okay, Dunkin' Donuts hurts my soul. I'm going to force you to go to one of those one day. Krispy Kremes is fair because like if they're known for like the hot now like fresh stuff, and if you don't have one near you, it's like how did we not go when you were out here? You should have told me that, man. We have one literally 5 minutes away from us.
So I just don't. I mean, I'll tell you, there's a lot about each other that we don't know, and it took me a little bit of time to realize that. Like you not dipping, like you dipping your Oreos in water or something. No, that was
Whoa, no. I don't do that. Hold on.
That's sorry, that was a meme from somewhere else where it's like some girl, her deepest secret is she dips it in water, and it's a dark joke. No,
I don't dip them in coffee though because I don't like coffee.
Who would dip it in coffee?
Everyone I know.
Really?
Thank you. I've been saying that it's a crazy thing to do. And
That
you're
is
like, no,
so
you're the
weird
crazy
to me.
person.
Like that's really weird.
Thank you, Dragon. It's gonna be my new voicemail.
Okay.
It's so funny. All right, but you've seriously never had Krispy Kremes?
No.
It only shocks me because I should have gotten you over there when you were out here. Like
Okay.
even if you're not a big donut person, it's like they're so good.
Bro, we went on a flight simulation. We didn't get donuts.
I know, and we have one. Like it's on my way to school. I smell it every morning. And to like help with the vaccination things, for a solid year, if you had a vaccination card, they'd give you a free donut every single day. So I got a free donut on my way to school every day for a year.
Oh,
Best
that
thing
sounds
ever.
like main character stuff right there. I'm gonna tell you that.
I know. I felt so cool. I'd like pull in and I'd be like, "You guys still doing the free donut thing?" And they'd be like, "Yeah." And I'd be like, "I'll take it." I'd show them my card. I felt so cool. I was like, "Oh yeah, America." You know, it was awesome.
The only way to get people to get shots is diabetes.
Well, that was the best part. Is every time you'd show them the card and they'd be like, "Thanks for doing your part." I'd be like, "Yeah, donuts." I did my part.
Donuts.
Oh man, it was so great. And then they ended it, and I was sad because they like cook them on my drive to school, so it's like you can smell it, and it's like I have to drive with my like windows shut now because otherwise I'm gonna be late because I'm going to Krispy Kremes.
That sounds like a little bit of a yikes because you live in
copyright.
California, so the heat's a little wacky.
Oh yeah. Well, I swear they have a machine to waft it onto the road. Like I'm not even joking.
I feel like that would be part of the business model, is like making sure the exhaust is near somewhere where it could be smelt.
So have you seen the inside of one before, like on a video?
Nope.
Oh, because like as you walk in, like you can see them being made and being glazed, and dude, how did we not? We took you to so many weird places, and we didn't take you to Krispy Kremes. I can't believe it.
Did I copy some frames?
Hey, Chef says my April Fool's prank worked. Oh no, Dragon!
What?
We forgot to do our April Fool's thing.
What was our April Fool's thing? Were we gonna face reveal or something?
Well, we said we were gonna do something. That went well. That one went well. April Fools, everyone. We know
April Fools. We
video.
didn't do anything.
My plan too was to post it at midnight my time. So for everyone else, it's April 2nd. So they're like, April Fools is over, and then we got you one last time, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And be like, hey, it's April 1st where I was. Gotcha.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, you can't fool the fooler. You ever heard that quote?
I have not heard that.
That is I think it's a Jeff Bush quote. I forget. It's George Bush Jr. He's got some funny things he said. I think it was he was in an interview. He's like, "We will not allow these terrorists to keep like terrorizing us. Now watch me hit this drive." And because he was on the golf course, he just blasted. It was so funny.
Glitchy Mario Bros asks, will you ever do a Lego Castlebrook film? If I had a castle, yes.
Yep, I would say it's that. I mean, I remember I have something called Defending the Castle or something like that older on the YouTube channel. Not necessarily like castle related. It was my mock of my personal castle that they were going through. But that one actually had some pretty good effects, I'll tell you that.
I agree.
Because it was like it was a lot of drawing stuff because that's most of the effects that I do. But I don't know.
Maybe in the future. Maybe monetization, we buy castle stuff.
Yeah.
But get someone to build a mock for us. That would be a great addition to the team as a mock builder.
Yeah, if we had a mock builder, that'd be so nice.
That like was local, so we could like, be like, hey.
Yeah.
Boom.
If one of the old homies was like a super mock builder, that would be lit.
Yeah. Jeff Bezos says he was able to rickroll the school for his April Fool's. That's legit.
I have
Actually, I
a
probably
buddy of
shouldn't say
mine
that.
loves rickrolling people, and he's like super smart. Like we're talking, I think he only got like a 27 or 28 on his SAT score because he had an 8 in the writing section, right? And he's
Oh my
retaking
gosh.
it. But he had like a 35 in the math section, just to be clear. Like this
Ooh.
man is, I think, arguably one of the smartest people that I know when it comes to just like straight up logical thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like a super coder. So he's the TA for my computer science class. And he basically he made like this animation that was so slow that you didn't realize you were being rickrolled. And he rickrolled the teacher.
That's great.
I put the wrong color. I'm sad now.
Ooh, unfortunate.
Okay. Good question here. Can I just switch the color?
Yes.
No, I can't. Frick.
Nope. Unfortunate. That'd be amazing if you could.
Yeah, because it's all one layer, right? So why couldn't I just switch the color?
We got the Rickroll lyrics in the chat. Love it. Rickroll everyone. Why not? Why not? Oh man, I was going through the old, I went sort by oldest on our channel 2 days ago. I was just looking at those videos. I was like, dang. Next month we had our anniversary. I think I said that.
Oh, I remember when your first video came out and it was just like a simple Batman fight. I'm like, bro, Portal, how are you getting so many views? And you're like, oh, my mom put it on her Facebook. I was like, oh.
Bro, I was so mad about that too. I remember that being a whole thing.
Well, it was like we were competing in the early days when I had my own channel. We were competing, and then we're like, why are we doing that?
It was so weird. I don't know. We filmed up until then. I never made a film without you, and then it was like, hey, let's make our own channels.
Yeah, that did not make sense to me at all because we were very clearly partners when it came to filming.
I know,
it's
right?
What competition? That's what we need.
It was so weird. It really was.
And
especially since we're using videos we both worked on. We were like, well, who gets to post it?
Yeah. And the thing is, it wasn't just us two. It was the third guy too. He had his own YouTube channel.
Yeah. Yeah. Blue Mask. I don't know
Blue Mask.
what we were thinking with that whole thing. Chef Bezos says, what's your channel, Dragon? Chef Bezos, this is his channel now.
Yeah, this is my channel now.
We bought him out. Portal Master Studios.
I think I actually technically speaking begged to become a part of Portal Master Studios, if I remember correctly.
You always say that. I don't know if you remember that correctly. I don't remember what happened though.
I think it was a mixture of, hey, I don't think it's really worth it for me to be doing my own channel, and also yours is doing better, so perhaps us merging would be a better idea than us both sort of flailing out on our own.
Is that why we went to mine and not yours?
Yes, because yours was objectively doing better than mine.
Cue 3 years of Dragon agonizing trying to figure out the password. Because I used to get hacked every month, so every month I'd have a new 16-digit password.
Little did you know, that was me.
Bad enough when we're both in Minnesota, right? But when I'm in California and Dragon's emailing me at 6 a.m. my time, he's like, bro, I'm trying to upload. Where's the password? I wake up, I'm like, I don't even know what it is anymore. It's one of these 16-digit ones. At some point, I just had pinned to my corkboard just a list, and I'd cross it out the old one and write down the new one.
It was so janky, I'll tell you that. Ah, frick! Oh, yeah. Why is the effect doing that now?
It was janky, but those old videos, I was going through our old we call collabs, but it was basically just with our team and everything. Oh man, nostalgic.
The old days, bro. The old days were lit.
That's for sure. Can you imagine getting to this point one day where we get people back on again?
Yo,
get a team in the studio. That would be insane.
Bro, M&A, those guys were the best when it came to filming. I still play D&D with them. You might meet him in an event at some point, but
ooh.
Yeah, just in case you guys didn't know enough about my D&D hobby, to be clear, other than stop motion, that is my only other hobby, and I run like 3 groups.
Bro, Dragon goes full in on stuff.
Yeah, I have this bad habit of when I'm doing something, it's like I can't really do it halfway, unless it's schoolwork. Then I can do that halfway. But
Oh
like
yeah.
hobbies, if I'm like invested in it, I go hard, like ridiculously. As you can see here by the fact that I've sat here for an hour just slowly drawing something.
Oh yeah. I still can't believe in elementary school we were able to do this.
Yeah,
Like-
it's a little wacky.
It's awesome though. I have good memories of that, man. Just sitting
Oh,
around, passing around the iPad, editing.
I know, and that was the way that we just did stuff because it was easier that way. It's like, okay, there's 5 of us, there's 4 players on the Minecraft, so one of us just gets to edit for the 30 minutes that they're sitting out.
Oh yeah.
And we all
Hey,
have a
Mayo, welcome
specific
back.
thing that we would do too. Most of the time it was you and me, Portal, because
Mhm.
you would be very good at like the erasing technical stuff, and I had a very specific image of how I wanted the drawing effects to come out.
Oh
I remember
yeah.
there was one where I just like had this really clean picture in my mind. It was an old like Halloween tournament video or something. And there was a shot where one of the guys catches the arrow, lights it on fire
Yeah.
outwards, and then it turns into dust inwards. And
That
I'm
shot is
so
amazing.
proud of the way it turned out, but it was just so specific.
Chef Bezos says you guys should remake your first stop motion. Maybe one day we'll go back. The first one's 3 seconds, but maybe we do that one and a couple others. But yeah, Dragon's right. And like, I remember back then there's no tutorials for the apps. So like, I just go through hours of like computer tutorials trying to figure out like how to do it on what we were using. Oh man, crazy.
Yeah.
But when we figured out masking, it was like life changing.
Bro, I remember Portal showing me the first clip of him masking. He's like, watch this. And I saw a Lego brick just fly upwards, and I almost lost it in the middle of the library. I'm like, Portal, oh my gosh. This is game changing. He's like, there's more. And he showed me like a drawing effect or something. And I'm like, you mad lad.
Oh man, that was so cool. I remember that and like the moments of success. Like that was so cool. You getting us into stop motion was so cool. The drawing stuff, that was awesome. Remember the viral cat video?
Yes.
Oh man.
Bro, the one that we fought over who actually filmed it.
I know,
It took
because
the
like
longest time.
because I remember like that was the first one that I remember at least like people like I don't know, like people I felt like that were like, oh dang. Well, not the first one that people were really cool, but like that was the first one like outside of the movie that like we did.
Yeah.
You know? So like that was like the first time like reaching out. And it was like we could not for the life of us figure out who made it. Oh man. So funny how that happens. Like you think we'd remember, but I mean one of us probably does correctly, but that's so funny.
Well, we both remember. The problem is one of us is wrong.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like I swear I remember making it, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
I swear too.
Okay. It's a good thing that didn't break the friendship.
Bro, I know. I feel like there's so much, like, there's plenty of, I guess, we haven't had much trouble in our friendships. Obviously, other than you, like, moving to another state, but
that wasn't like a fight or anything. That was
yeah,
like,
that was
oh my
just,
God,
like,
this sucks.
we were determined to stay in contact.
Oh yeah, and we did. I mean, like, seriously.
I don't think if
And
we
we
had
still
stop
talk twice a
motion,
week
we
at
would have
least.
stayed in as much contact as we are now. Like,
Yeah, stop motion and Discord saved
Yeah.
us, I think. Yeah, but especially like having the channel to fall back onto and stuff. And with D&D recently, it's been lit. Recently, it's been like a year now.
I know the D&D stuff passes on like so quickly. You don't realize how much is going on.
I seriously, until we talked last week, thought we'd been doing it for 4 months. I was like, dang, when do we hit like the 6-month mark? And you're like, dude, it's been a year, over a year. I was like, whoa.
Dang it,
That's
I did
cool.
blue again for some reason. Okay.
Hey, Emmett, let's chill a little bit. Chill a little. We don't need to insult everyone in the chat today. Otherwise, I'll have to put you in timeout, which I hate doing. Let's hit reset on all that. Chef Bezos says, how's it going? It's going pretty good. Streaming is like, I mean, I love streaming, especially our Tuesday night streams.
Yeah,
How are you doing,
Tuesday
Dragon?
nights are lit.
Oh, yeah.
They're a little late, but still, it's a nice like little end because Tuesdays are actually the busiest days of the
Yeah,
week for me.
me
Like it's
too.
a lot of class,
Oh,
but I
man.
feel like coming back and just like hitting the reset button with the streams, where it's like
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
just completely shifting focus.
Bro, I always think I'm busy on Tuesday, and then I remember, like, when we're done, it's like 2 hours later for you. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Time. So weird.
Time is weird, man.
Time is weird. Thank you. Time, like I get the time change. Not the time change. Like, I get the time zones. Like, it makes sense. But at the same time, it's like,
Well, I understand why we have certain like time changes in order to better facilitate like daylight efficiency and that type stuff. Because obviously, you don't want a universal time where it's like, oh, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon in Japan, so that means it's
Yep.
5 o'clock in U.S., but it's like pitch black in the middle of night.
All right, Emmett. Sorry about that, everyone. We're gonna put him in timeout for a little bit. Let's try to keep it chill and not insult everyone tonight. It's Tuesday night. Let's have fun.
Yeah, it's a Tuesday night.
Tuesday night, yeah. Bro, my stuff got canceled this week because like half of my after school stuff is on spring break this week, and like my normal school stuff's on spring break next week. So my time perception is so messed up because like my weekly schedule, and we're on like a testing block schedule in school. So like I get home every day. I'm like, it might be Saturday for all I know. I'm just gonna do my thing. I'm pretty sure I don't have anything.
It happened again.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What happened?
It ate the effect.
Oh shoot.
Gosh. That's so annoying that it does that you have to do editing second.
I know. That's horrible.
So I think what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to have the original image or two versions of the image. I'm going to duplicate them all. And then I'm going to re-erase onto the other one because they'll be identical.
Yep. Makes sense. The Lego Boy 55 says, guys, take it easy. Yeah, guys. Let's chill. I appreciate everyone.
Okay. Let's see. All right. So last frame was what? It didn't erase it this time. That's so weird.
Oh man, that's jank.
Okay. Anyways.
Ooh, good question from Copper. He says, Portal and Dragon, when you take the SAT, ACT, do you still have to bring your own pencils? Yeah,
I think we do.
I do. I love it because it's the only time I use real pencils. So like, at the end of every time I'm done with an SAT, I like just snap the pencils because I'm like, snap them in half.
That seems
Makes
a
me
little
feel better.
redundant or something.
It probably is. The first time I did it, it wasn't going to be a thing. And then the next time, right, I'm sitting here taking another PSAT. I'm like, I can't wait to snap these pencils. And so like now it's like my thing. It's like finish the SAT, you get to snap the pencils.
Bro, there's probably some tester lady who's like, this kid in my SAT class just finishes his SAT and just destroys his pencil for no reason. And she's like concerned about like anger issues or something like that.
Funny you say that because in math class like 2 weeks ago, I did this thing where I blanked out and like I don't know why. Like I blanked out. I think I was stressing about something else. And I was holding a pencil in my hand, like normal writing, but like I just like froze and I blanked out. I don't remember how long I was blanked out. But then all of a sudden I came to because like in my hand the pencil like shattered into 3 pieces and all of a sudden everyone was looking at me. I'm like, oh, hey everyone.
Hey guys, it's just me, your average Minnesotan, accidentally shattering a pencil. Nothing to worry about.
What, you guys don't do that here?
Minnesota thing.
Yeah. Totally a Minnesota thing. Exactly. That's my go-to excuse for everything. Copper, I agree. The number 2 pencil thing is ridiculous. I don't understand that rule.
It must be something to do with the lead. Like, that's the only explanation that I have.
Okay, so that's what I thought too. But I've taken the PSAT now, right? And I didn't use a number 2 pencil. And when I graded it, there was no problem. Now, ACT, SAT, the official thing, it's not worth it. But like, I don't understand. I feel like it's just a thing that it's like, we've been doing it, so we're going to keep doing it. But I don't know. Maybe Dragon's right. Maybe there is something in the lead. Maybe the SAT ACT company owns number 2 pencil licensing. Like maybe that's something you have to pay for. The Lego Boy 55 says, I'm doing a remake of my Lego Star Wars The Force Unleashed stop motion video. Hey, remakes are legit. Okay, my shutter noise is slowly getting louder.
Yep.
Starting to get in my head.
Did you not
It's like
turn
that.
it on?
I don't know how to turn it off. People keep telling me, hey, you can turn that off. I can hear it.
It's in settings.
Okay, thank you, Dragon, for explaining this. It's the gearbox.
Yeah, it's outside of the film.
Oh, hold on. Oh, there's a whole. Oh my gosh, there's so many settings.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, this stuff's amazing.
Yeah, it took me a long time to figure that one out.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome. See, this is why, guys, I wait to do stuff. Dragon figures it out for me.
Yeah, I will say we both have our strengths. Portal, he's very good at like researching and finding out like the algorithmic aspects of YouTube and like what works. I'm just very techie myself, I'll tell you that. I'm a tech guy.
Oh yeah. I just don't like updating stuff.
Bro,
I think that's my downfall.
Portal once told me that he had like a 6-year-old version of a software. He's like, yeah, why does it work? I'm like, because you have it 6 years old.
Well, this was from 2016. That was the last time I'd updated it. Until you were like, you showed me what your version looked like. I'm like, whoa, mine does not look like that. Okay, wait, now I'm so used to the shutter sound. I just want to turn it down. But that's not a thing you can do, is it?
Yo, it's actually.
I like the affirmation.
Not gonna lie. Like, I really like how this is turning out, even though it's like, obviously, I really hope I would like it after sinking like an hour and a half into it. But still, I can't wait to show this to Malcolm at the upcoming session.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be lit.
Oh, I can't change the opacity. Gosh, dang it. Wait, no, I can. Thank God. Oh, okay. Short, small panic attack there, but we're fine.
Yes, Jeff Bezos, depending on what device you're using, like the PC has more options and less options than the phone. Yeah. Which is interesting to say the least.
Yeah, and I think I'm preferring PC more and more. I could do with a bit smaller, more handheld interface when it comes to these like drawing things, but I don't mind it too much. The onion skin is so nice.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
The drawing onion skin. That's awesome.
I bet. I think that just being able to film while streaming is a life changer in terms of being able to stream all the time and also being able to like, make videos while streaming. A game changer. Yeah. So I like that part of it as well. And I did that in the wrong order.
Yikes.
Copper says, I hope you both memorized your SAT, ACT school code. I didn't actually need a code when I took the SAT.
I don't think I'll need a code too because it is through my school.
You know what got me super stressed is the first PSAT I took was at a school. And at the end, it's like, hey, write in your address so we can send you your score. And I was like, oh, shoot.
Oh, no.
But here's the amazing thing. I didn't know my address. Like, I straight up did not know it. But it came to me in that moment, which I think is incredible. Afterwards, I didn't know what I wrote. I didn't know my address. But in that moment when I needed it, I knew it. I didn't rely on that again, though. I figured it out next time.
Yeah, my parents, they drilled the address into my head. Like, they're like, when I was 8, they're like, if you get lost, you need to be able to tell someone what your address is. And I'm like, well, what about stranger danger, Mom? And they're like, no, you need to be able to tell someone exactly where you live.
Me too. And I could still to this day tell you my home address. Unfortunately, moving to California, I did not go through that rigorous process again. So I was just like, hey, you know that thing we did where you know your address? Let's not do that.
What's the worst that can happen?
Exactly. Apparently a lot, but whatever.
And nothing bad is ever.
It came to me when I needed it. So, yeah.
Exactly.
That's what I think is so cool about this. It just like appeared in my mind. I was like, whoa. I'm like superpowers or something. Probably not, but wouldn't that be cool? The answer is yes. That would be super cool. Copper is like, Portal, you had a brain fart on your address. the exact opposite. I had like a brain moment because I swear I did not know it, and then suddenly I knew it. It was so cool, and I only knew I was right when like they sent me my scores. I was like, dang, I
The
put that in the
opposite
right
of a
way.
brain fart, a brain
Yeah.
burp.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that okay?
What?
Sorry. I
You're
think I'm
good?
cutting out. Am I
A
muted
little
or am
bit.
I unmuted?
You're unmuted now.
All right. I keep hitting enter to take pictures, and then when I click on to see the chat, I click enter and it mutes me. I'm like, you gotta fix that.
You got a mute button with a automatic hotkey.
Yes, and it's enter for some reason, which is horrible. Who
I think
designed that? I think I
actually-
picked it.
I think I manually pressed the button on the screen of the computer, potentially.
Okay, well if it works, it works. I mean, so far you haven't accidentally muted yourself today.
I guess. Well, I'm not taking pictures right now though.
Okay, that's fair.
Y'all
film on Stop Motion Pro. Yes, Stop Motion Pro in your entire stop motion career will be the best purchase you make. Dollar to like what you get, it's insanity.
It is one of the best stop motion apps there is.
You know, it's cheaper now too. It's only $5. We paid $10 for it back in the day. Yeah. Back in my day, we paid. Yeah.
Great minds think alike.
Oh yeah. Back in my day, we spent. It's like usually back in my day this was cheaper, but nah, back in our day this was twice the price, and still a great value. May I add? Not sponsored, but come on, they should sponsor us.
Please sponsor us. We would love it a lot. Or we'll just make our own stop motion app, and then you can't really sponsor us.
Sponsor us or else.
Sponsor us or else.
We will make a better app, and there will be nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, what are you gonna do if we make a better app? Sue us? Maybe.
Yeah, you can buy our app. Buy us out.
What in the heck?
Chef Bezos says, I film on stop motion, but hope to be buying Stop Motion Pro. It's definitely, if you're really into this and you think you're going to be doing it for a while, it is definitely amazing. It's the price of a poly bag right now, and oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's the price of a CMF figure.
Best poly bag you'll ever buy.
Oh yeah, it's insane. You can spend so much time just learning all the cool effects. I mean, look what all this stuff Dragon's doing. It's cool stuff. It's cool stuff.
Very cool stuff.
Cool stuff. Yeah. Good soup.
Good soup.
Good soup. Bro, TikTok is so weird. TikTok is so weird.
It is.
I finally have it on my phone for like more than a day for the first time in my life. Because I'm trying to like upload our shorts on there because it's like, hey, you can get 3 times the views on TikTok you can get on your shorts on average. I'm like, okay, I can't resist. But like every once in a while I accidentally click on the homepage. I'm like, oh man, what is this?
Oh yeah.
What is this?
I had TikTok for a little bit and it was really bad. Like someone actually deleted it for me and I'm like, at the time I'm like, oh man, you literally just took my phone and deleted an app off it without my permission. But then I'm like 5 minutes later I was like, yeah, that was warranted. I should have done that myself.
The good thing I did, and at the time it was just because I was lazy, but like at the start it's like, what do you like? And I'm lazy, so I just clicked the first 3 things that were on there, which have nothing to do with what I like. So luckily the homepage for me and the For You is so bad I can't even get sucked into it. Like I go onto it and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is horrible and should not be allowed on kids' apps. By the way, TikTok, what are you doing? What are you doing? Weird.
Yeah, fun fact: the guy who actually deleted it was Malcolm. His son deleted it for me. We were just sitting in the office of the camp that I work at, and he's just like, "You have this on your phone? Here, took my phone, delete." He's like, "How do you want to install something?" I'm like, "This way," and he's like, "Okay." I actually showed
Dragon oblivious. Oh man.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna put the core in. The question is, do I put the core of the next color in the thing so that it changes, or is that too much incoherent work?
I don't know.
Also, I'm going to start the next effect while I ponder that, which is this guy's going to have basically a magnetic connection between his sword for the rest of the short film. I'm going to make
you have so many color options there.
Oh yeah, and I can edit it too.
Oh, what?
Yep. Welcome to Stop Motion Pro.
Wow. I feel like royalty.
And I think I'm
Jeff
going to use
Bezos.
the spectral
sorry.
color that I use for boats thing.
Oh, lit. Jeff Bezos says, guys, I'm gonna have to go for this time. No joke. Bye. Hey, see you, Bezos.
Yeah. Perfectly fine and understandable.
Oh yeah. By the way, big news in the Lego community. Did you say what Just Too Good uploaded today?
Nope. Another face reveal?
No. He's planning on selling off a huge part of his collection and downsizing his house.
Really?
Yeah, he has 5,000 sets currently. He's gonna try to get it down to 1,000. He said.
Dang.
It was.
But that
I
means
was
he's
like,
keeping all the quality stuff.
oh yeah. So I haven't watched him in a long time. Like I watch here and there his top tens and stuff, but like, I guess he just has like hundreds or like 1,000 or something sets in storage that he's never opened because he just doesn't have the time. And I was like, dang, that's crazy.
That's the life. I'm going to tell you that you don't have the time to open your Lego sets.
I know, right? Because you're too busy working like dream job. Oh yeah. It's legit. Legit. I find it so funny every time like someone is like, hey, I gotta go. Everyone is so nice in our chat and like says bye to them. And sometimes I'll miss the initial image and I'll say bye to the wrong person because I just see byes in the chat. I'm like, bye, and then everyone's like, no, they're not leaving. I'm like, oh. And I'm like, finally kicks in what's happening. I do that all the time because I don't know how to scroll through chat the right way.
Do you go bottom up instead of from red? Gosh, dang it. Why did it do it again?
Copper just did the same thing. Hey, Copper, happens to everyone.
Please tell me it didn't delete the clean frame.
Oh.
Bro, why does it keep doing that?
I don't know. It's bizarre.
It scares the crap out of me every single time, too.
Oh, man, this pile of bricks. 2 different sets. That's a disappointment. And they're all the same color. I cannot believe I did that to myself. Shoot. Trying to figure out what to build and debuild. Could do this brick, I guess. Jane, what's your favorite gift of purchase you've gotten over the years?
I don't know. I like
Nothing
the
comes to mind?
one. That one was
okay.
Good.
That one's amazing. I think mine's got to be that Amelia Earhart one. Although I love that Batmobile one because it bought me another Batmobile. I like almost paid for the Batmobile, so I do like that gift with purchase. Did a good job for me. Did a good job.
It served its gift with purchase status well.
Oh, it did. That was awesome. I got it with the UCS Batmobile, and then I sold it on eBay for $180. I couldn't believe it.
Bro,
I was like, oh my gosh.
Does not want to stay erased.
Like,
what the frick?
I don't try to flip or anything, but I was like, I didn't even like the set. Like, I thought it was an okay build, and I was like, I don't want this. It's sitting in my closet. Let's get the cash back. That with the double VIP points almost paid for the entire thing, which is crazy. Copper says, fave, get G with P. Favorite, the free stuff. Jane Goodall and Christmas Tree 2 years ago. Oh, with the rotating train. I like that one a lot. That is a really good one. I don't even know. I have that one, which is weird because I didn't buy it. I don't know how I got that one in my possession. But it's a very good one. It's a very good one. I'm trying to think, how did I get that one? I don't know. Sometimes stuff just pops up. Bro, I was watching Just Do Good, the same video, and he's like, man, I don't even know, like, some sets I'm like, I might have that set. And he's like, I was going through storage. I'm like, whoa, I didn't even know I have these sets. I was like, how? That's so cool. So many sets he doesn't even know what he has. It's insanity. Insanity. So cool, though.
Don't mind me just rearranging something I've already masked out because stop motion is a little wacky. I would love to know why it does that glitch. Like, that's so bizarre to me.
The programmers, I don't think, read reviews. Like, I don't think they're like, hey, this is a problem. We should fix this. Because problems just stay forever. Copper says, oh, and the sailboat adventure. Yeah, that one's cool. I missed out on that one, but it's very cool. Glitchy Mario Bros says, anybody have a Lego calendar? Not on me at the moment. But I kept all the magazines they've sent me throughout the years, which is a fun nostalgia trip. All right. I'm going to have to cut this one a little bit shorter than normal. I don't have to go yet, but maybe like 15 minutes.
All right, I'm down to do that.
I'm going to get so close to the 2-hour mark, but I do have to go, unfortunately, today. Sorry about that, everyone.
Perfectly fine.
Glitchy Mario Bros. Says, I hate doing stop motion when my cats are around. Interesting. They're like, oh, they walk all over the set. Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah, that'll do you. Has a pet ever interrupted your stop motion, Portal?
I'm trying to think. My go-to answer is no, but I feel like there's a yes in there somewhere. I film on a table
on
now.
A set or something.
Well, so I was just thinking, all those years we filmed on the ground. I can't believe nothing ever happened, and I can't believe like we were able to do that.
We closed the door so that so that they wouldn't show him the Legos, because it was like it was a very thing where it's like if you don't close the door, the dogs will get down here and chew on the Legos because they have before.
You're right. Pet never interrupted it. Earthquake interrupted it once. Sucked. But I think that's the only one.
That is the worst way to knock over the camera.
Bro, it gets better. The earthquake knocked a poster over, which fell and knocked over the camera.
Wait, really?
Yeah, really. And I was like, great. I had just bought this frame too. And I was like, I gotta get another one. Annoying. Whatever. Cheap frame. It was like a cheap frame, but it's like, I hate waiting for stuff. You know. Copper says, wait, you have all the Lego magazines. That's a lot. Copper, I have so many good stories about these. First of all, they don't send me like every issue. So I always think I get unsubscribed, but they keep sending it every once in a while. I started saving them probably in like 2018. No, 2015 maybe. So I can go back a while. 2014 or 2015 I started saving them. But I misplace them all the time. All the time. They're all in this giant stack. Right, and for like the stuff I don't use, like my boxes and like the magazines especially, like I'll move around as I'm moving stuff in my room, right? And I never pull these out. So every time I get another magazine and I try to put it with everything else, it takes months for me to find it. It's so funny. So I'll have like a new stack while I try to find the old stack, and they've always eventually popped up, which is good because I think they're a fun like nostalgia trip to pull out every once in a while. You know, like in a couple of years, be like, hey, remember when like Ninjago was first coming out? That was pretty cool. Stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. I used to have them, or I still have a bunch of them because I've got a box full of like old instructions and stuff before I started just keeping them in the box and then putting the box on my wall. And I actually got unsubscribed because my age was too old and I had to resubscribe with a new age so I could keep.
Oh, yeah. Hey. Yeah, so that's what I thought happened to me. And then they just started sending it again, which I thought was odd. I was like, okay. I'll take it. They're free. Which is always free. Cool. I'll take free stuff. I'm down for that. Copper says, yeah, I used to save them until I moved and had to discard them. Yep.
Okay, we're close to done. I'm still considering whether I need to add that core because it'll add a solid amount of time to the process, but it'd look nice.
Hey. Okay. Update. I can go to 2 hours if you're down for that.
I'm down.
All right.
Event got canceled or something?
Dinner got changed.
Gotcha.
I thought I was needed for it, but it apparently is just finished, so I'm all good.
Okay. All right, let's see what it looks like finished. Actually, this is a terrible way of watching it. Let me go to the final preview for him.
Good idea. Hello, HM Stop Motions. Oh, soup. All right, we're all good.
All right, let's see it. Did it turn out good? I think this is the longest out of all the test ones, other than maybe yours. They're all about 10 seconds long.
That is lit. I really like that effect. Yeah, that's lit. So you're gonna post them all as one video?
Yeah, I think so. Depending on how many I've got done. But I think there's some. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do the core thing. So I'll go back and start doing that. And I think what the plan is gonna be the center of the next blast color. So this one will be orange.
People are saying they like it. They like it. Great.
Nice.
Good.
So
if you want when you're done, I can make the thumbnail for it if you want. Unless you want to do it.
Down.
Right.
I'm not too good at thumbnails, I'll tell you that.
I'm finally understanding it a little bit more.
Bro, why does it not change the color? Every once in a while it does this. I'm like, are you kidding me? Okay, change it to yellow. Yeah, the only pet peeve I have with this one is it keeps popping up the text, the keyboard.
Oh, that's
for no reason.
Hello, Nat R. Harris. Good night or good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are. Welcome to the stream. Copper says, so they postponed dinner and now eating something. Yeah, so, yeah. I mean, basically, I got left out of dinner, so I'm eating
Oh,
here.
no.
Well, it worked out, so. It worked out. I'm eating dinner, so I'm not going to starve tonight.
Tonight, as in that's for tomorrow. Just to get myself then.
And so, what are those inverse pizzas called? Cannolis? Nope.
Calzones?
Calzone, yeah.
What are those inverse pizzas called?
You know what? I couldn't think of it, okay?
No, you're fine. I just find it funny.
It sounded good coming out of my head. Yes, Nat Harris, the dinner is good. Very tasty. Copper says his dinner is 12 Krispy Kreme donuts. Oh, man. Krispy Kreme's only donut place I can go through like a box and a half of donuts.
Jeez.
I know it sounds crazy, but they're donuts, man. It's like eating air. Like, and then later you're like, oh man, that was not air. But in the moment, they go down like nothing. It's like, oh, I just went through a box of donuts. Whoa. Especially when they're giving them out for free. Oh man.
Portal on his way to school to eating more donuts than a cop.
It's honestly, it's like right on my route. It's horrible, but it's so good. It's so good.
What the?
Krispy Kreme donuts. It's beyond me that we didn't take you there when you were out here. I can't believe it. Of all the stuff we did, I cannot believe we didn't get you to I didn't get you to a Krispy Kreme. It's like it's right there. Like we could have walked to it basically. Except for me, you can't walk to anywhere in California. But if you could.
I don't know about the next color. I don't know if it looks that good.
Which one? Bring it on frame.
So it's doing this, then this, then this, then this, then this.
What do you think is wrong with it?
Well, it just doesn't look as clean as I'd like it to because I'm going for the. Hold on, it'll come back around. It's only a couple frames, but I'm going for like the inner color is the next color that it's gonna turn into. And it just doesn't look right. I'm gonna keep trying it. Maybe 4 or 5 more frames. See what it looks like.
Copper says that's why I like Krispy Kreme. You can eat a dozen quickly. Yes, exact. Copper gets it. Dunkin are more like cake. They're too heavy for me. Yeah, the only donut I really eat at Dunkin is those jelly-filled donut holes because they actually put like a lot of jelly in it. It's like the perfect proportion. I love those. But yeah, other than that, Krispy Kreme's for the win. And they have like those Reese's Dunkin' donuts, which are amazing. Oh my gosh. It's like or Krispy Kreme has those. It's like a Krispy Kreme donut, and they fill it with like a Reese's peanut butter chocolate peanut butter. It's so good. So
Okay.
good.
I have an honest question because you've got things like Oreos, right? That are obviously they're good with multiple flavors, and then you got maybe like the Kit Kats that the other flavors that they're doing are good. But I've seen stuff like Reese's peanut butter cup with potato chip, and I don't know if you've
Oh,
tried that, but it does not sound good at all to me. Like that sounds just terrible.
that sounds horrible, honestly. No, I have not seen that. I've seen some weird stuff, but I've not seen that. That's horrible. Ugh. Have you tried the Lucky Charm Oreos?
No, I haven't. That sounds terrible.
They were really bad, especially since they marked them as mystery flavor, which got me super excited. I'm like, I love trying all the new flavors of Oreos. And I was hyped when they came out with these, right? And I take a bite. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's horrible. Because plot twist, I don't like Lucky Charms either. And I finally, after I ate like 5 or 6, I was like, yeah, that's Lucky Charms. Not good. Not good.
That was a bad mystery. I wish I didn't know that.
It was. I still finished the box, but it wasn't good.
It wasn't good. I still finished the box, but
It was like I complained like for 2 days to my whole family about this, and then the third day, my sister comes down. She's like, "Okay, fine, I'll try one if it's that bad." She's like, "Where is they?" I'm like, "Oh no, I finished them. They they weren't good, but they're Oreos. I finished it. I didn't like it, but I did it.
I did it for humanity's sake."
Whoa, I didn't know about this. Copper says at Krispy Kreme's, if you dress like a pirate on Pirate Day, you get a free dozen. I've never heard of that. That's amazing, though.
That sounds like a way Copper's trying to get you to go into a Krispy Kreme's dressed as a pirate for no reason at all.
That would be hilarious if he got me to do that. Well, when is Pirate Day? I gotta be doing this. Dude, free Krispy Kremes is free Krispy Kremes. Hey, Timothy the Brick Builder, what is up? Glitchy Mario Bros says, "Ew, I'm assuming it's the potato chip thing," and that is the correct response.
Okay, so now that I've got more of it, what do you think, Portal?
All right, let's see it.
I'm right about here.
I think it works.
The center more solid color.
Okay, hold on. Let me pay attention specifically to that.
It's the first couple of the animation.
I think it works.
Okay, I'll go back and do it for all of them then.
I think you've just been looking at it for so long, so closely, versus we're seeing it from like far away. I think it blends nice.
Okay.
Copper says, no, I've done it a few times and got the free donuts. Oh, Copper, I was believing you. But now the reassurance worries me for some reason.
I feel like from the way that Copper talks on Discord,
we're going to break this down,
like
Copper.
He is less likely to be the person to walk into a restaurant dressed as a pirate. Just in the like very formal way that he messages us.
Okay, for some context, Dragon, Krispy Kreme's is like this anything goes place. Like restaurant, it's like how do I explain this? It's like Walmart mixed with Target, like the people in line.
I don't know. I feel like Target's a bit more sophisticated, where Walmart's a bit more janky.
Exactly. It's like a mix of that. Like you'll have the guy in the business suit, and behind him is a kid in like Crocs doing kickflips. I'm not even joking. I've seen it happen.
That's such a vivid picture.
Because there's this long aisle when you walk in with like this glass to see all the donuts, and people love doing kickflips and stuff.
What do you mean kickflips?
I mean like a flip where you like kick your toes in the middle. Kickflip's a skateboard thing, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, well I mean like a kickflip, like you flip your kicks, you know, like your kicks they go in the air because you're flipping.
Okay, what is the specific movement? Because you might be heel clicking, is what you're thinking of.
Oh, I like heel clicking, but this is not it. A heel clicking flip would be lit. I just mean your kicks, as in your shoes, go in the air. They flip because your whole body's flipping. You know?
That was one of the worst ways you've ever described something to me.
I appreciate that.
That is almost on par with the
Alice in
Wonderland description. Where it's like the one cat and the tea and the weird.
I can't believe you got that.
I can't believe it either. That was like out there.
That was amazing. People must have thought we had a script. Oh, Glitchy Mario Bros says, wait, y'all have Discord? Yes, we do. Link in description. Right next to it also is Copper's Instagram, which you guys should all definitely check out. Maybe we'll get him over to YouTube one day.
Yeah, if he starts posting videos, we'd gladly stick him on here.
Oh yeah. Copper says, "I would not lie to you." Ooh, okay, that's how you know he's telling the truth. People who lie never say that. I had an eye patch, a neck scarf, a black tri-corner hat. It worked. Oh wow, you went all out. Okay, I like that. Bro,
The
what would I not
specificity
do for a
is
Krispy
making
Kreme?
me believe him more.
Dragon's like, hey, he's wearing the suit, and on top of it is the pirates. Oh man, I could totally see that. I could look. California loves their secret menu stuff. Like nothing has a real menu here. Like Krispy Kreme's, like if you're ordering off just the normal menu, you're missing out. In-N-Out, if you're ordering off a normal menu, you're like not even getting anything. You know?
I feel like that's a bad business model to not have what you're actually selling advertised. Like,
I think it's bad everywhere, but I think it works in California because everyone here is like, hey, we're California, you know, we're exclusive and we're cool, and we don't want the tourists shopping in our places. So the tourists go and they're like, everyone's like, oh, In-N-Out's so good, and the tourists go and like, there's only a plain burger on the menu, and they're like, yeah, this is horrible. And like the normal people are like, that's because you're like not a Californian, you don't know what it is, and they're like, I'll have a double animal style burger 3x4, and it's like, how would you know to order that? Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't like mine animal style, but the 3x4s are pretty good.
what are the words that just came out of your mouth?
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Like you gotta learn all this stuff. And it's like the good beaches like the tourists don't know about. It's like everything in California. It's like so secretive. It's crazy. And the best part is like when a tourist figures out about the secret menu. Like I don't even consider myself Californian, but I don't tell people about the secret menu. Oh shoot. Whoops. Okay. Well, we're too deep now. Okay. But anyway, like no one talks about the secret menu, right? But then people come. If someone like me accidentally squeals, everyone will like make up secret menu items. Like, hey, if you order spaghetti 3 times in a row, they'll give you spaghetti. And it's so funny. So funny.
I love the idea that you just like halfway through, like no one ever says anything about the secret menu. Realize that you've been talking about the secret menu the past 5 to 10 minutes. You're like, all right, too late now.
Whoa, this is an interesting take by Copper. He says, I like the Ninjago Gardens more than the Daily Bugle. Whoa, that's interesting. I disagree. Look, I'm not a fan of the Gardens at all, which is, I get people love it, but I'm like, I think it looks great with the other Ninjago sets. I don't love it on its own. However, I do love the Bugle. I love me a big piece of gray. What about you, Dragon?
I don't know. I don't have the money for those big sets. Like I'd love to have. I think the Ninjago Gardens I'd love to have more, just because of it's a bit more practical for me. Because it's like I feel like I would animate more in a Ninjago setting than I would in a superhero setting.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Glitchy Mario Bros says, I love Lego Castle theme. It's my fave. Well, we got good news if you haven't heard it already. We are getting some big castle set in the future. So I'm excited for that. I won't be getting it, but I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, sorry this is so repetitive, but welcome to How Dragon Films. Especially for these longer effects. Like it's a lot of in-post drawing in an effect. And I'm sure if we were to make our own app, we could probably make something for this where it's like, okay, do this.
Yeah, copy it.
And set it up. But
oh well.
For now,
one day.
we can suffer. One day.
I think one day we actually will, because it'd be legit.
One day when we're both in the same house. Or like roommates or something like that. Hey. Then we'll start getting into the big stuff. Bro, imagine if like the YouTube channel was known for its stop motion app.
Okay, that'd be kind of cool. Especially since like we have all these people right are getting into it. It's be like perfect. Like, hey, we literally have not only do we have a stop motion app designed for people like you, but like every time we're live, like if you have a suggestion, like we can work on it like right there. And it's like, hey, this isn't working. You can like literally interact with us and tell us. Like what other app can you do that? Yeah. Okay, this is a fair argument from Copper. He says, I don't like how the Bugle front window walls keep falling off because they aren't attached well. Yep, I agree. Especially over here in Earthquake Land. It sucks.
To hear it described as earthquake land is one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
All right, people call it the Golden State, but it's earthquake land. In fire. Fires and earthquakes. Fires and
Fire, water, earth, air.
Well, I came from water and earth, tornadoes and lakes, and now I'm at fire and earth. What one did I miss? Wind?
Wind. I feel like you could get a tsunami in California. Like that's viable.
Oh, we can. There's tsunami. It's all set up for like a tsunami, like escapes and stuff.
Okay, so can California get tornadoes?
Technically, anywhere can, but no. If we got a tornado, it'd be the first, like ever.
So technically speaking, California is it has the avatar of natural disasters.
Yeah, I live in earthquake land, but I still hang stuff like there's no earthquakes. I'm like, hey, one nail, that's good enough. It's a little sketchy, but it's what's gonna happen? An earthquake? Yes.
I like because it's like the earthquakes just happen casually there. It's like, oh, just an earthquake, how entire house shook. It's fine.
It scares me to death. I do not like them.
Well, like a lot of the native people treat it like it's normal. Like
Right.
native Californians, they're like, oh yeah, there was just an earthquake on Tuesday. And I feel like if there was an earthquake in Minnesota, everyone would be talking about it as if the sky was falling. Like there was an earthquake yesterday, and I dropped a single piece of silverware and it clattered loudly. I can't believe that.
Well, yeah, and here's the thing. I'm used to tornadoes, which are like objectively worse. But tornadoes, are coming for the most part. Earthquakes, a half an hour later, the news tells you, oh my gosh, did you guys feel this earthquake? And the thing that really worries me is I've learned I cannot tell when the earthquake is happening because I lived in Minnesota for so long. My mind goes to, wow, I wonder who's working on construction near me.
Oh no.
Which is not good. Because especially since I'm up in my room with headphones on so much, like I'll come downstairs to grab a snack and everyone's like hiding under like the door frame. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? And they're like, go, get over here. I was like, I can't hear you. And they're like, take out the headphone. I take out the headphones. They're like, earthquake. I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought it was construction. So I've only been in a safe place for like the last 10 seconds of one of the earthquakes we've had, which is worrying because I feel like if we had a big one, I would not realize, which is really good, by the way. Great safety precaution. I'm so safe. Definitely.
We're going to have to install a flashing light for you.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. I would love that.
So I feel like earthquakes are similar to snow in Minnesota. Like some places it's like you get a little bit of snow and it's like, holy crap, why is there snow? And in Minnesota, it's like, man, there's an inch of snow. It's spring already or something like that.
Yep. Oh, most definitely. Glitchy Mario Bros says, I don't have my voice in vids yet because I have not went through puberty yet. That is fair. That is fair. It is fun to look back at those, though. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe. Because at the time, you don't feel like or at least I didn't feel like my voice was high. I was like, hey, this is just what my voice sounds like. Nope. Especially my old Batman voice. Oh my gosh, it's higher than my normal voice now. Like my old Batman voice could be my new Robin voice.
That is really funny to think about.
Yeah. Hey, Glitchy Mario Bros. Is working on stop motion right now. Whoa! Copper says there's a mountain in Japan that could have a huge landslide and send a tsunami to Cali. That'd be crazy. I think Californians' reactions to a tsunami would be scary too. Because, like, first of all,
let me take a selfie.
There'd be that. And then afterwards, like, there'd be politicians who would come up and they'd be like, it was this person's fault. And it'd be like, dude, it was a tsunami. What are you talking about? And then we'd have like a wall against the ocean. Like, seriously. Which is a real thing that I didn't realize that some places that have tsunamis a lot have like these giant walls against the ocean. Yeah. Which is so interesting.
It's something about like blocking the seismic waves or something like that is what they do.
could you imagine like you bought a house before they put it up for the ocean view, and then like they put it up?
Oh no.
Your property is now worthless. Like,
Oh yeah.
man, I still it befuddles me how expensive land is here. Like it's
Oh, yeah.
insanity. Like I mean, like for like the price of a closet here, you get like a mansion in like I don't know Seattle. Where is Seattle?
That's in California.
Ohio. I mean Ohio. My bad.
Ah, yes,
You can tell I'm
Seattle,
good at geography.
Ohio.
Seattle, Ohio.
One is a city, one is a state.
I meant the city in Ohio called Seattle,
What?
which is
Seattle's
definitely
in
a thing.
Ohio?
I didn't just make that up.
I don't
That's
think
definitely
Seattle's in Ohio.
Yeah, you got to go with it. It's a bit. We got to go. Shh, we got to go.
Seattle's in Ohio now.
Make me look good. Yes. Yeah, for the rest of our lives. Every time we're on stream.
I think we've committed to something that is not.
That you gotta back me up here. In a decade, if we're on stream and someone goes, "Yo, you've been to Seattle?" You're gonna be like, "Which one? The one in Ohio? Because that one's legit."
Gosh.
Back me up.
That's gonna be someone's gonna make an iceberg video, and it's gonna be like our old videos, and then even lower below it, it's like Seattle, and people are gonna be like, "What is Seattle?" And they're just gonna go, "We don't talk about Seattle," or something weird.
Oh man, exactly. Seattle will be even lower than Scuba Robin.
Bro, Scuba Robin. I saw that. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Bro, the chat too was like so hyped. They got me super excited about Scuba Robin. I was not excited to film him because I'm like, what is he gonna do? And everyone's like, bro, he shoots water out of his oxygen tank. I'm like, that makes sense. I like that.
Ah, yes, water out of the oxygen tank, as you do.
It's amazing. That's his only attack too. I was like, hey guys,
really?
Yeah, because every time he did that, I was like, hey chat, what should he do after that? And they'd all be like, no, they're dead. I'm like,
what?
Okay, fine.
And then he becomes zombie Aqua Robin, and it's like,
Yes.
okay, what does zombie Aqua Robin do? Exactly.
Eats people. Everyone was like, use the water jetpack. I'm like, bro, I've done that so many times today. We're going with a new effect. I gotta end this stream, unfortunately. But he'll have to come back so he can use his water jetpack again. Hey, Glitchy Mario Bros is like Scuba, lol. Yeah, exactly. Scuba Robin for the win, honestly.
I feel
Taking
like
over the
Scuba
channel.
Robin's gonna be the one who kills Aquaman.
Yes. Okay, that's the next video I post with Scuba Robin. Him killing Aquaman and taking the throne of Atlantis. 100%.
So did you like have Scuba Robin on hand, or where did he come from?
Yeah, it's a custom, like it's a purist custom minifigure from like the original Lego Batman video game. And I just threw it all on the screen and everyone was like, oh, use that guy. I was like, okay. Well, why not?
He quickly, Portal realized why not.
Yeah.
I almost.
You got to take advantage of those meme moments. You got to be like, oh, yeah, you're all good, Dragon. Nothing you haven't done before. Oh.
That hurt. It was right, but still. Bro, I still remember accidentally name revealing myself. And I'm like, oh, man.
That was
one of
hilarious.
the most facepalm moments that I did. I was like, oh, how could I have been so stupid?
The meme, though, with mine, I felt was just amazing. Because that was the first time.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was so funny. I don't know how you name revealed yourself, though, but.
I was telling a story, and I was like, I referred to myself and someone referring to me by my actual name. I did it, and I paused, and then I thought about what I just did. And I was like, oh, I'm such an idiot.
Poor Dragon has to refer to like me by so many different names depending on the time of day.
I know, bro. D&D normal, like just hanging out and streaming. It's just like names.
Oh man, I like Portal. I'm used to wearing it now. I like it. It's funny because like outside of this, I'll still call you Dragon sometimes. I'm like, oh wait, no. I almost just name revealed. Wow. But I didn't. I caught myself. Whew.
Powerful.
Yes.
I really hope I can finish up this effect quickly. I don't think so, but let's see where I'm at. See, it wasn't that obvious because I don't think many people caught when I revealed my own name. I'll say that. Okay, let's watch it.
Yeah, everyone like me was super confused what you were talking about.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm very like self-critical. So when I make a mistake, I hone in on it. Like, so that's the reason why sometimes when I play violin, I can tell when I'm wrong, but I can't really tell when I'm right. Because I like hear it, I'm like, that's completely wrong. But I can't like go, oh, that's the right tune. I just know that it's the wrong tune.
Oh man.
All right, let's see it. I like how clear it is. The image quality is
This
so
looking
good.
fresh. Yeah.
Oh, there's so much more. Why, Malcolm? Why is your main spell gonna be that?
Oh man. To be fair, Dragon, you did give him a really complex visual effect for it,
I
but it looks
know,
amazing.
and I'm gonna have to come up with something for like power words. I do making this. I did come up with what I want the color scheme for your magic missiles to be, though. I
Ooh, what
really
color?
like this. This looks really cool to me. This
Oh,
color,
that's lit.
pink core, transparent purple around it.
That is lit. Copper says, Dragon, that looks really good. You're too critical. I agree.
Yeah, I understand that I'm too critical. It's a lesson my mentor once taught me. You need to have enough like self degradation, something like that, something close to self-hate, but not actual self-hate, where it's like you're always critical of what you do, so you're always pushing yourself harder to do stuff because you're never really satisfied with what you do, but not too much as that you're just depressed and you don't do anything because you don't think you'll make anything good.
That's really good. I like that.
It's super unhealthy, but it provides good results, so it's usable.
Yeah.
And I greatly admire this man's work ethic. He is a guy who I believe is currently working 50 to 60 hours at a welding job each week.
Dang.
So he's doing some work, I'll tell you that.
Oh,
If there's one person's work ethic to get behind it, tease. Because I can't actually say his real name because
yeah.
I don't have the right to reveal people's names unless it's the YouTuber.
Was there almost another reveal there, man? Oh my gosh,
It
my brain got
was
3 pitches.
Bro, sometimes you
that's
can hear me like catch myself and I'm like, oh man, that was so close.
At least they're the same syllable count. Although
Yeah.
clearly that doesn't help, but at least it's there. Same with
I like
yours.
how you just accidentally revealed the first syllable of your name.
Did I? What are you
Wait.
talking about? No, I said they're the
No.
same syllable count. What are you talking about?
I don't even know what I just said.
That doesn't even make sense.
No, it doesn't. Never mind.
I can't think of a name that starts with por.
With
Well, that's the first syllable of portal.
fair enough.
I mean, fair enough. Copper says, nope, that's not what Copper says. Oh, sorry, I'm good. I'm okay. Copper says, when you guys have time, message me in DM. Copper, I'll check that out after stream. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, man. Copper says, by the way, anybody driving stick shift yet? Definitely not me.
No,
That's
not
for
yet.
sure.
I'm looking to learn, is what I'll say. I've got either 2 of my buddies drive stick, so I've been pestering them to teach me how to drive stick because when I buy my next car, I want to make it a stick shift car. Actually, 3 of the people I know drive stick. It's just they're all very busy people, so I don't know when we could just hang out in a parking lot to teach me how to drive stick. One of the guys said the best way to learn is to like snowmobile or 4-wheeler because it's easier to learn on that.
Well, if you ever want to steal a stick shift, I'm your man. I'm just saying. I couldn't drive it, but I could steal it.
I just immediately, I'm like, oh no, he's going to go to stealing a stick shift again, isn't he?
The funny thing is, like, I can't even steal the car. Like, the doors would have to be unlocked, but I know how to start the car without the keys, which I think is pretty cool. I couldn't drive it, and I couldn't open the doors, but I can start it. And I think that has to count for something.
This is just Portal explaining how he stole the car to the officer. I swear, I'm not able to drive the car that I stole. I just know how to start it.
It's like my cool trick. That's like oh wow, everyone's like, oh, this guy.
This guy can kind of steal a car.
Yeah, exactly. The amazing first date trick. If someone has a stick shift and they can unlock it, but they can't start it for some reason because the keys break after they unlock the car, I'm their man. As long as they can drive it.
As long as they can do everything except start the car, I'm your man.
Copper with possibly the best comment of today says, I knew Portal before he started stealing cars and robbing banks. Lol. Oh, man.
Or did you?
You know what'd be
This
so
is
funny is if I
literally
did start
what you do.
robbing banks, you know there'd be like those news reports that are like breaking down the channel, like, what were the signs that this guy was going to be a bank robber? Top
Was it
10
when he
signs.
outright said that he wanted to rob a bank? Probably not.
Probably not. No, it was probably this time he broke into this thing.
It was probably this time when he made a scuba Robin joke. Everyone knows that scuba Robin is a path to the dark side.
That'll be my bank robbing gang, is the Scuba Robins.
Bro, you're gonna wear scuba Robin masks.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Just further creating evidence. Okay.
Glitchy Mario Bros says, yo, my car is missing. Where'd it go? Oh, I found it. Exactly. Like, if your car is just randomly, like, running in the morning, that was me. If it's missing, that was someone else. Did I start the car for them? Possibly. Did I steal it? No. Did I break in? No, because you left it unlocked.
I just love the idea of you like come to your driveway and there's just a dude sitting in your car. Like, I try to steal it, but I only know how to start the car. Can you teach me how to drive stick so I can steal your car? And you're like, sure, whatever, and then you get robbed.
I'd be like that guy who, like, breaks into the house, like checking all the doors to see if they're unlocked, right? And I find one that's unlocked, a stick shift, and I like start the car, and I'm like, shoot, and I run up and like wake up the guy, and he's like, how do you drive stick?
It's like you break into the house and then you're like, how do I open a door?
Yeah, exactly. Copper says, I think the dead giveaway was when he said it on every live stream for legal reasons. Those are jokes. I gotta say that now. Of course.
Yes, completely jokes when our lawyers come back through here and are just like perpetually forehead slapping.
Our lawyers are gonna love us.
Forehead slapping? No, that's not the right word.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like it.
There it is.
I'm using forehead slapping. I like that a lot more.
No,
Thank
not
you.
another weird.
And I can blame it on Minnesota now.
No.
Yep, it came from you. Boom. Boom. I got my new thing. Forehead slapping. I like that one.
Oh, geez.
Makes sense too. What is it normally called? A head palm? Nah. Forehead slapping.
It's like your marriage finger.
Marriage finger is a good term, I think. I think it's a good one.
Didn't you like start saying it at school or something?
I just call it that now because I can never remember the actual term. I said it so many times in a row for like that 2 weeks straight we were doing that challenge. It's now marriage finger. That's the marriage finger. You have the trigger finger, you have the thumb, the trigger finger, the middle finger, the marriage finger, and the short one, the pinky.
The short one?
The short one. It is the short one. You can't say I'm wrong.
I mean, you're not wrong, but it's like saying that like the red car or something like that. It's like, oh, I can't even find an example of that.
Oh man. Copper's his faceplant. Ah, faceplant. See, I'm not growing a plant. You know.
Just a plant on your face.
I'm what's it called? I'm forehead slapping. Thank you.
Gosh, I'm never gonna live that one down, am I?
Oh no, neither am I. It's gonna be my thing. Weird phrases. I love weird phrases. Weird phrases and dead stuff. Like when dabbing was popular, I hated it. But now
Okay, I thought you were going a
dabbing.
different direction with the
Nope,
dead stuff.
I'm not going there, Dragon. But thank you for bringing that up. No, I just mean like dead like trends and stuff. Like I love dabbing now. I think it's so lit. And like roasted and toasted. But like back when those
That's
were
what it was. Roasted and toasted. What was the third thing that you used to say?
Well, I got a whole list. First of all, someone has to insult someone, and then it's like, oh, roasted and toasted, and you got to do the hand motions. And then it's like flamed, broiled, microwaved, and grilled.
What?
That's like the order of like the worst roasts you can do.
That's what it was. I think that was it. That's the weird phrase that I was talking about earlier that you would say.
I like it. It's a good one. I swear I got it. Everyone used to say that though.
No.
Yeah, because people used to like argue over like what was the correct order. I think this was the thing. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I think you just don't want to admit the truth.
No, you're just wrong.
I don't know. You making me forehead slap, Dragon. You're making me
No,
forehead slap.
stop.
Look, now that the toast is out, you can't put it back in the toaster. That's all I'm saying.
I like that phrase. That's
I don't think so. Here's the thing: I don't take credit for any of these because I don't think I made any of them up. So someone else is very
I think you
smart
made
out
the
there.
toaster one up. I feel like
If
it's a
I
good
did,
one.
that's awesome. I'll
That
take
is-
credit for it, but I didn't make it up.
I think you made it up because I've never heard that before. But I'm
Bro,
gonna.
everyone
start
in
using it.
Minnesota says that. I swear.
No, they don't.
Well, I'm gonna keep telling California that because I need an excuse.
Bro, if you accidentally you like start a new phrase if you can't put the toast back in the toaster, that would be so funny.
Copper says faceplant. You mean you don't say that here in Cali? Ooh, the other way around. I don't like that. That's painful. Now I know how everyone else feels. I also make up words to mess with people. So, to be fair, I have it coming.
And stories.
Oh, yeah. Dude, if people ask me some like stereotypical Minnesota question, I'm going to mess with them. Like, that's look, if the first thing someone does when I meet them is do the stereotypical accent, I'm never letting it go. I'm always going to mess with them. I'm bringing out the polar bear fight story. I'm bringing out the riding on deer. I'm bringing out the random gibberish that I says mean stuff. I'm bringing it all out. I'm just saying. Even if the stereotypes they use are true, I'm bringing it out. You mess with me, I'm messing with you. That's my thing.
Troll.
See, yeah, exactly. And if they ever go to Minnesota, boy, they're going to be confused. They're going to be like, this is not what I was expecting. The people here are way more normal than I was told.
I'm severely disappointed.
Copper says, you're from Minnesota. Well, must be a farmer and grow corn. Hey, yeah, look, I tell people I have a farm all the time.
Really?
All of it, yes. I went as far as to say I farm pretzels, which 50% of people actually believe, which is...
Wait, what?
Pretzel plants. Rolls off the tongue. Ever heard of Auntie Annie?
How? I
grow for
some
them.
of this stuff is like, it's weird that you're telling people stuff, but some of this stuff, it's like weird that they're believing it.
Dude, people will believe. And first of all, half of these people think Minnesota's in Canada, which I go with. People are like, "Oh, you love Canada?" I'm like, I love Canada. Do you have any maple syrup? And that sells it. It's so funny. People like, I guess if you've just never been to the Midwest, like, you don't know what to expect. The Canada thing is always funny to me though, because people really do think it's Canada, which I find odd. But I run with it because people are like, "Oh, not only is it a different part of the state, it's a different country. Anything goes. And when like not everyone believes me, but enough people that no one is willing to speak up, which is lit. I sell my stories, and sometimes I actually say, "Hey, I'm just joking," but that rarely happens.
Deceiving people is far funnier.
I do like the farm one though, because I change what I grow every time. Sometimes it'll be like normal stuff. Sometimes it'll be big stuff. Sometimes I'll be like, "Hey, I grow for like a famous company," you know. And sometimes I still own the farm. That's always the good one because people are like, "Oh my gosh, you still own a farm?" I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "I want to see pictures of your farm." And if there's so many pictures online, you just like scroll a little bit, you show them, you're like, "This is my farm." And they're like, they don't even realize you said you grow corn and you're showing them beets. They don't even realize.
That's really funny. Actually, like stock images of farm. Keep the stock image label on it. Yep, this is my farm.
Oh yeah.
We sell stock images. You can farm stock images? Yep.
The best is like I get away with less now than I'm in high school. But in middle school, man, I sold that I grew pretzels for Auntie Annie's, which I later changed to like my great-great-grandfather founded, which was really good when that one lasted. But then someone like looked it up and fact-checked me and they're like, that's not true. I'm like, dang it. I was going so strong. That and in like freshman year, I like decided I was gonna be like a grass person. I was like, that's in one class. Every class I do different stuff, but this one I'm like, grass is gonna be the thing.
I like the fact that
every
Portal is
project
slowly revealing that he pathologically lies to everyone in California.
It was this comp sci class, right? And I needed a thing because I always like to have a thing that people are like, that's that guy, right? And it's different in every class, so people get really confused when they're in one class. Like I have this one kid this year who's like in every class I'm in. And I think this kid's just confused. Like, I'm like, sorry, But no, it was this comp sci class. And I was like, grass is going to be my thing this year. So every project we did, mine was about grass. We're building a website, grass website. A food recipe, best recipes with grass in them. Everything was grass. All the coding was grass. All of the text was green. All of the backgrounds were photos of grass. And like,
God,
I had so much time to kill in that class. Like I learned so much about grass. It was so interesting.
I
Like
really want to see the projects that came from that. Like that sounds so funny to me.
they were amazing. I had like a top 100 list because we had to make like lists. You had to learn how to code like a list that moved. And it was like top 100 grass types, which I had to do research for on the side because I was like, oh, I got to pretend like I know what grass is. There's more than one type. Whoa. So that was like, and everyone was like, why are you so into grass? I'm like, are you not? You know, stuff like that.
And that was just your computer science class.
That was just computer science.
What
I
what were
wouldn't
the other
talk
class?
about grass anywhere else. That was like the most I went into anything because I thought that one was hilarious because with comp sci I had so many opportunities to use it.
You're not wrong, and that is really funny. But like, is there anything else notable, or was it just like the grass story is the one that stood out the most?
Grass stands out the most to me. I like the farms, like I said, because I always find it funny because I can pull up stock images and oh, stuff moves so fast here. That is my favorite phrase. People love that one, man. People are like, what's it like in the Midwest? I'm like, it's slow. Like everything here is so fast. And people are like, whoa, what does that mean? And they all interpret it to mean whatever is cool to them. That's what's cool about that phrase. It's awesome. It's a good phrase. I'm like, yeah, like in Minnesota, like, you know, like what you guys do in like a month, we'll do in like a year. And they're like, whoa. I'm like, yeah, you guys just have like school 5 days a week? Oh my gosh. Like, once a month. Once a month. You don't need any more than that. Why are you guys taking so many tests? You're always studying for stuff. I was picking pretzels off the tree or the vine. I can never remember which one. That is where I always get caught. Is what are the pretzels grown on? And I always change it. And that's what I get. Like I thought you said trees. I'm like, really? That's what you're gonna catch me on? Dang it! And like people are like less believing now that I'm in high school, so I gotta sell less. So I just do like a normal corn farm and stuff. But the deer story I love, like telling people we rode deers, because people will always ask me like, how did you get around without cars? And I'm like, okay, the fact that you've asked that question, I can't say we had cars. That's a disappointment. I gotta go. We rode deer, and the cool guys rode polar bears. That's my go-to.
And they believe that?
Oh yeah, well yeah. Sometimes people need a little more convincing because like, and I'll remember like this isn't every person. But like when people ask me this, like, and usually I only like let these like last a couple of days. But someone like sometimes they're not like, what do you do without cars? Sometimes they're like, wow, not having cars must be so weird and only having snowmobiles. And then I'll go, what is a snowmobile? We rode deer. Or I go like, is that a type of deer?
Oh,
so funny.
You do the good old yes and strategy of improv.
Oh yeah, that improv class, man. I love that. Use it all the time.
Okay, we're so close. Just like 2 more frames. Ugh. Why? Why did I have to make the effect complicated, Dragon? Why do you do this to yourself?
Copper says, wait, you grow grass or weed? Grass, like actual. I'm talking about real grass. I know I'm in California, but I'm talking about actual like grass that you step on. Which, by the way, the grass here sucks for some reason. No one grows the good types. Like, that's not even messing with people.
They grow the good type, but that's different.
Like, the side, yeah, that's true. They like the walking on the side effect of me acting like grass was my thing for like a month. Was I know a lot about grass now, and I do have it's so weird, but I do have favorite types of grass. I'm not even I'm not even messing with you. I actually do at this point in time. And bro, the grass here is just not there. The walking grass, it sucks. It's like it hurts to walk on. It's not like comfy. I like the Kentucky bluegrass is my favorite. It's like soft. It's like a soft pillow, but it doesn't like spark allergies too much, and it is a nice greenish blue color. I'm dead serious. I had to make lists. I had to make websites. I actually had to learn about this stuff.
Oh my gosh, that's so amazing,
bro. Like I only retained so much of it, but like 3 years ago, I probably could have talked about grass for 3 hours straight. Not even joking. Now, like maybe 40 minutes.
Okay, here's the final project of the stop motion.
Hey, while that's loading, Copper says, I think you're wrong about pretzels. You have to dig them out like potatoes. I never used that one, but that's amazing. We got to wash the pretzels. That's endless possibilities. Okay, let's see this. I really like that. The jump effect as well. And the fact that you can, like, he actually physically has the gem, I think ties it in a lot.
Yeah. I think I'll add some more motion blur stuff, but I think that's all I'm going to be able to do on the stream.
Lit. I mean, we hit 2 hours. Oh my gosh, we're at 2:20. All right, nice. It's looking good. Are the rest edited, or is this the only one at the moment?
This is the only one. I've got a lot of work to do Saturday.
Rip Dragon. Hey, Saturday stream will be lit.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, this is going to be a little detailed, but it'll add when I put the little shing noise in.
I was gonna build Hagrid's hut this weekend, or today on stream. I forgot to do that. It's still sitting here broken. Poor thing. Oh well.
Needs to be smaller. You know when you get the little glint up the side of the sword when it's unsheathed?
Oh yes, I do. Glitchy Mario Bros says, you streaming tomorrow? No, but I'm hoping to do a Thursday and Friday stream because I get out of school early. So no promises, but we definitely have a Saturday stream, possibly Thursday, Friday. Definitely nothing tomorrow, but we'll have videos. I have a Moon Knight video coming out tomorrow.
Maybe Friday. Definitely not Thursday. I'm really busy Thursday.
Yeah, if you're down for Friday, give me a text though.
Hey, if I can edit more on Friday, it means I've got less work to do on Saturday.
Hey.
Okay, let's see how this little effect.
Glitchy Mario Bros says yay. Also, this amazing video Dragon's working on will come out at some point.
Yeah, hopefully next week. I think that's
yes, that'd be perfect.
Okay. This is I think if it comes out, it'll be 40 seconds. I mean,
that's gonna be lit.
Ooh, I like the shing effect. Stylistically, I don't know if I'm ready to put especially in this like demo video, I don't know if I'm ready to put like the thing where when the sword is being swung, you put
all the lines behind it.
Because we do have the onion frame in the drawing, so it's like I can onion frame from where the sword was last. Like right here. Okay, let's just do a little bit just to. We got 6 minutes, so I'll just show a technique off. So if you take the onion skin, you take the drawing, and let's give it a. Do I go black or do I go gray, Portal? What do you think?
What color is the sword?
Black.
Black.
That's what I was thinking.
Emanada.
So you take it like this. You take the top.
See, Dragon literally like paints a picture on his frame. It's amazing.
Yeah,
that's why it takes him so long to edit.
Yeah, because my style is, it's a mix of actual like art animation and stop motion.
Yeah, because he's like, stop motion wasn't long enough for him.
Yeah, so I don't like the black. It's too black is the problem. Hold on.
Maybe a dark gray.
Yeah, I think so. So this technique is something that you do in like basic stop motion or just like normal animation, which is something that I looked into. Okay, cool. Which is you take where it's from, and then this is how you make the motion blur. And this really helps the movement because actually let me get a good curve here. When you do this, it will add to the what's it called? I don't know what the technical term is, but I feel like it's called like the motion of the picture or something like that. And then we just draw here. Oh. So like that. Oh, I'm gonna have to sound effect this too.
Oh yeah.
Why does it keep deleting my drawing? I gotta stop moving so much. I have a bad thing where whenever I draw something on like digital art, I'll just keep one continuous line and then I'll be like, oh frick, I gotta undo part of it, and then I have to undo like an entire square inch.
Too much, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think I need to do to the end of the swing to make it correct looking, but let's first make. And here, the opacity of it also is pretty important. So we'll give it a. Let's go 60. I think 60 is pretty good. That's 60 opacity. Let's see what the next frame is. Because the next frame should be easing. Yeah. So here we can see less of a. We've got less of that gap, so it's even smaller of a. Difference. Oh shoot, I totally messed that up, didn't I though?
Glitchy Marbo says Copper, you still there? And Copper replies, yes. Yeah, Copper's a real OG. We didn't even tell him we were streaming today until we like went live. And he's still here for the whole thing.
Yeah, Copper's a legend, I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then do a little bit of erasing on this one. That's too much erasing. Just so you can see the tip of the weapon. Give it back that 60% opacity. And a simple sword swipe becomes a much more dramatic. All right, let's take a look at it. And it's going to be a little glitchy just because of the way I have to watch it in the full form or else it's going to look again, this is the perfectionist thing, but like the amount of stuff you can do when you do the drawing, like hybrid.
It looks amazing.
Like, it looks cool, especially if you're good at it, which I'm still working on. But like it takes so much time because you're drawing out an animation, except you're integrating it into something else as well.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, and if you don't do it right, it looks really janky too, is the problem. Okay, so yeah, there you go. So that's just a little bit of movement that it added here. It's just, it adds so much, especially if you're doing that the entire thing and they're longer swipes and you ease better. It really emphasizes the swing of where the sword's going because it shows you how much it's traveled to a certain extent.
Yeah. It's like the lightsabers when like they move them, it has that blade behind it.
I think that's exactly how they do it because did you ever find out like there's a thing on how lightsabers were made? Or rather how the effect was done. Do you remember what it is?
I don't know about the old ones, but I know modern day they use pretty similar to what I do, but they just do it at a super advanced scale. But basically it tracks how far it's moved and does a certain percent of that movement of a blade behind it.
So the old ones actually were, what's it called? They were metal sabers.
Oh, wow.
And they were, I believe, I don't know if they were drawn. I'm pretty sure they were drawn on the film because a lot of the stuff back then was.
Which is so cool.
But they would track based on where the thing was. And I could be completely wrong with this. But they would do similar to what I'm doing where they'd blur on the previous thing. But yeah.
I would love to shoot something on film once.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
It seems so cool, other than the fact that it used to burn all the time on accident, which seems horrible.
Yeah, that seems just absolutely terrible. Okay. I think I'm going to stop it there because the next two that I have to do, like Boats is easy. He just punches people. I'll add a little bit of like spectral stuff to it, but like Urique's is just a little healing. Yours is a little concerning.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Portal Master's always been a thing.
Yeah.
I just like to be difficult for people.
We've gotten the effects down, but
yeah. I was looking at some of our old Portal effects. We knew what we were doing, I think.
Yeah. For sure.
Thank you everyone for coming to the stream. Check out Discord down below and Copper's Instagram. Thank you so much, Copper, for modding for everything. I'll check out that DM after stream. And goodbye everyone? Question mark?
Yeah.
Goodbye. Exclamation mark.